Hello, hello, hello. Mic check, mic check. Can you hear me?
I believe we are on loud and clear.
We are on loud and clear. Just want to make sure the audio is sounding good. Yes, yes, we are. Right, that sounds beautiful. That sounds beautiful. That's what I like. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I know it's been a while. We haven't did a live stream since what? Uh Comic-Con. Now we're back kinda with Comic-Con Part 2. We got some guests, got my girl AK Watch here. Some other people might be hopping in, but we're going to be talking about the reveals at D23 EXPO 2022. I want to say probably one of the most overhyped events in a while because people were going crazy with the expectations. And we're going to talk about what did and did not happen and why you shouldn't be too butthurt because that is on you. But AK, let the people know where they can find you.
Yeah, well, you can finally find me sometimes on my channel, AK Watch. Most times I just hang out with my friends on their channels, though, so you never really know where I'm going to pop up.
Yes, and I appreciate you being here. Well, like I said, some other people might be popping up later on. But don't forget to like the stream and subscribe to the channel if you're watching.
Yes,
and we will be talking, like I said, all things D23. But from the announcements that you heard, what do you think it was worth it? Was it overhyped? Were you happy with what was revealed? Anything disappointed by?
I honestly never paid too much attention to D23.
Yeah.
I know it's billed as like a mini Comic-Con that's Disney specific. But if a few trailers come out, cool, I'll check them out. But it's never been like I gotta be there. I gotta be on the scene, find out what's going down. Meh.
Yeah.
That's just a lot. I think sometimes folks need to curb the enthusiasm a little bit, and just see what's out there. And it's not a hard job to just wait and see what's coming. We don't need to be on the scene and have all the info like as soon as things comes out. I don't need to go through all the storyboards of anything.
Right.
When it comes out, I can wait to see the final product. But I mean, it's nice to know what's coming, but you don't always need that. Sometimes just having things be a surprise is cool.
Right. Now, one of the things that was really overhyped is people like this Emmett guy here talking about they heard that there's gonna be a lot of signed epic talent for Phase 5. We got John Boyega, Henry Cavill, Jodie Comer, Daisy Edgar Jones, John Krasinski, Giancarlo Esposito, Denzel, which will all be announced with some on stage by Kevin Feige at D23 EXPO 2022. Once again, that
did
did
any
not
of that happen?
Not a single one of them.
You know what that is? You know what that list is? That list is a hope and a wish by most Marvel fans. And I say that because John Krasinski, the fandom's been eyeing him to be Mr. Fantastic for quite some time now. We kind of got it with Doctor Strange too, but that was just for a hot second, and that was a fluke. He wasn't even supposed to be in that role. Something happened with the person that was supposed to be there, and he jumped in at the last minute because that original plan fell through.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be Daniel Craig. It
was supposed to be Daniel Craig, yes.
Yeah,
it was supposed to be Daniel Craig.
Equally weird.
Yeah, I can't see him in a role like that. I mean, maybe he might have surprised us all though. Krasinski, honestly, I think just looks good for it. I mean, he looks the part. We know his acting chops. He can definitely fulfill that role. I don't think they let him do a whole lot with this one, which is understandable. I mean, he was really, all of those folks were really only there for cameos. So
yeah,
I wasn't expecting too much. A lot of folks are saying that they didn't like how he played the role. I'm like, well, how can you tell? He literally only had like 10 minutes of screen time.
That was I felt that way, but I was like, but he also was only for like 5 minutes, so it's like
exactly.
I can't get too upset.
Right. He played the small role that he was supposed to play there. Now, if you give him a bigger setting, then he's gonna knock it out the park. And I am looking for him to come back. I do believe that it was announced that he is actually going to be back in that role for like 616 Reed Richards. Hopefully.
They haven't revealed. That was
We'll
the thing
see.
I was hoping. That was the one big thing I had hopes for was we get the Fantastic Four cast and maybe a little bit of Deadpool 3
Nah,
announcements. And I was
I wouldn't
hoping
expect them to have that at D23. I think they would wait to make their own huge thing about that because who's going to be in Fantastic Four? That's a hot commodity right now.
Absolutely.
That is a hot commodity. I think they're gonna once they make that announcement, it's gonna be for something bigger than D23.
Yeah, I can see that now too. But yeah, I was also wanted. I knew they was going to release some Indiana Jones 5 stuff, and I thought they were going to show it, but they didn't, and I'm kind of pissed off about that. But
yeah,
anyway.
I heard stuff was in the works for Indy. I'm curious of who's even going to be in that because I know they're not going to continue from Crystal Skull, which kind of saddens me. I know a lot of folks didn't like that movie. I didn't think it was that bad, and the tag team between Harrison Ford and Shia LaBeouf actually looked pretty good on screen. But it's been a while, and things have happened in between now and then. So I don't think that's the setup that we're going to get for the next one. But I guess we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
When Disney wants to be tight-lipped about stuff, they're really tight-lipped about stuff. So I don't think we're going to see that until they actually want us to. The bottom of that list had Giancarlo Esposito and Denzel Washington. That also is another hope and a prayer, which honestly I'm gonna say I am on that bandwagon because to have Giancarlo play Professor X and
I'm all for that.
Play Magneto, and let's not forget those two characters, they were literally made to portray the difference between Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X. Denzel has already played Malcolm X. He's already suited for this role.
Yeah. So now
and
him as
Giancarlo,
But
Giancarlo, we know Giancarlo. The dude is. I think he is highly underrated in Hollywood. I think he should have been in a lot more things than he has because the man is just pure talent and it oozes off the screen. Put him in there as Professor X. Yeah. Let's go ahead and see that duo on the screen. I would love that.
Absolutely. Now, I'm more for Giancarlo as Professor X than I am Denzel as Magneto. But if they both come along, I'm okay with it. But I'm definitely 100 behind Giancarlo.
For sure.
Yeah, Giancarlo. Absolutely. Yeah. So, but anyway, so we're gonna get some of the okay stuff out of it. We'll go with some of the Disney announcements. Some of the things, Disenchanted, which I believe was the sequel to Enchanted from years ago.
Movie, the musical Enchanted with what's his name, Cyclops, wasn't he?
Yeah. They're making this. They're finally making a sequel. I never saw it, but I heard it was
for kids. I don't even recognize that cast.
Yeah. Well, apparently there's a baby. And it seems like Maya Rudolph is like the evil godmother or something, or evil queen, and she's kind of manipulating Amy Adams to be a little more naughty, I guess. I don't know. At least that's what the trailer kind of implied. I'm like,
interesting.
Yeah, it looked all right.
It might work out. It might work out. I still enjoy different takes and twists on fairy tales when they do. Like I was a big fan of Once Upon a Time when it was on TV. It was a miniseries, probably about a decade ago now, called The 10th Kingdom. That was out. It was about 6 or 7 episodes. Trailer that had all of like the fairy tale lands again into this huge mix. It was with John Larroquette, if you remember him from back in the day. They went through, and like all of the different fairy tales had their own different kingdoms, and there was some huge ass conspiracy that was going down. What's his name? A guy from Married with Children, Ed Bundy.
Ed O'Neill.
Ed O'Neill, yeah. Ed O'Neill,
okay. Yeah. No, I don't know that one.
He played like one of it's old. It's old. Yeah. I would definitely say go look it up though. It's one of those cheesy old things that are always just cool to sit and watch and see how people twist all the tales together. So yeah, I'll check this out when it comes out. Probably won't go to a theater to see it.
No, it's going straight to Disney Plus. It's going straight. Yeah, it's going straight
better.
to. Yeah.
Even better. I don't even like better.
Right, even better. And then we got Hocus Pocus 2, which I know a lot of people's hyped about.
I'm
gonna check it out.
I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting many a moon for this, and they're finally giving it to us. I don't know exactly what the story is going to be. I just hope they do at least as well as the first one did, because the first one still hits.
Yeah,
Me
I gotta go
and
back
my
and
cousins,
rewatch
we
it.
watch it I can't even say every Halloween. We'll just watch that whenever the hell we want to watch it, because we love it that much. So hopefully they bring, they can catch that lightning in a bottle a second time for this, since they made us wait for it's been like 30 years.
Yeah, close to it. Close to
Yeah,
it. Maybe 25. Definitely 25.
Yeah, it's been a while. We've been wanting this sequel, and we got the trio back. Bette Midler, Kathy Najimy, and Sarah Jessica Parker. So let's see what goes down.
Okay, now one that I did not know which was happening, and it sounds ridiculous, but it'll probably make $1 billion because the movie made $1 billion, and that's the Mufasa prequel. They're making a Mufasa, the Mufasa prequel. You heard me. They're doing a Mufasa prequel. Mufasa, the Lion King. Whose idea? Well, if you people who went to go see that live action movie didn't give it $1 billion, we probably wouldn't have this. So thank you guys.
You know what? I still haven't seen that live action.
Me neither. I have no interest. Not a single damn interest.
And that was exactly my thought. I did not have any interest in it. Now you want to talk to me about seeing The Lion King on Broadway? Oh yeah, that's on my bucket list. I'm looking for that once I can travel back to New York freely again. Absolutely. But this, no. And a Mufasa prequel, what could it possibly be about? What do we need to know about Mufasa?
It's his rise to power. He's going to be an orphan cub or something, and it's going to be told. It's like two stories between. It's like Timon, Pumbaa, and Rafiki. I guess talking to Simba's daughter about their grandfather. So, yeah, being directed by Barry Jenkins, the guy who did Moonlight. So at least there's talent behind it. But yeah, I'm
yeah, but you can have great talent and still make a shitty product.
Absolutely.
If the story ain't catching, then I mean, I can't even think of any kids that want to see this.
I know. I can't.
I can't think of one single kid that loves Simba that would want to go see this.
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to theaters. I think it is, but I'm not sure.
That's not a story I'm going to pay to see.
No,
I can say that right now. If it comes on TV or if it's on Disney Plus, I might check it out. Maybe if I'm bored, but yeah, I'm not interested in that at all.
Now, here's another one that I'm also not necessarily interested in, but of course, it's a hot topic because people got to people got to be them on the internet, and that is the Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid.
You know what? When this was first announced, and then when they announced who was going to be playing it, the internet lost their fucking mind. And I'm looking around at everything like, if you take into account a couple of things from the original cartoon, I don't know why anyone is surprised. Like Sebastian,
he's not white.
You literally had a freaking Jamaican accent on this crab.
Yeah, but that's cool because it's a crab. But she's white though.
Oh,
we can't. She has red hair. This is no. We can't do this.
And because she's black and has red hair. That's a thing, right? People are
apparently, I know that. I got them in my family, but apparently other people are not aware of that. So
people weren't aware. Oh well, of course that's right. If they don't see it on TV, then no, of course people can't look like that.
These mermaids
what really blow their minds if they knew that there was a whole tribe of black folks that are born naturally with blonde hair and blue eyes. They wouldn't know what to do with that.
Oh my!
They would tell me I'm lying, that those people never existed.
Shocker. But yeah, so the foot.
I'm looking forward to this, man.
I'm not. Yeah, go ahead.
Just because, really, I need something fresh. Okay, if you want to keep redoing and putting these stories out there, fine, that's great. But give me something different to catch my eye. I don't want to see the same thing over and over again. So yeah, this young lady has. I didn't watch the show that her and her sister were on before, but from what I've seen, she has a lot of talent.
Oh no, they can
And
sing.
we heard we heard her singing a little bit in the trailer. So I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, let's do this. I mean, I like the way how I like the look of the trailer, how everything kind of like it's vibrant. You know, all those colors were popping like right off the screen, and she looked like she blended in with that environment. Like that's her home. That I already believe. Yeah, that's Ariel.
Some people said this didn't look like it was underwater. Some people crying that it didn't look like she was underwater, and I'm like, are you sure about that? It's just clear water. The water's just clear.
They do know that that water is clear in the ocean, right?
I don't think so.
How can you tell you're looking at stuff underwater when you're watching all those documentaries on the Nature Channel and on Animal Planet?
Oh my!
Really? Because it looks a lot like that. It looks a lot like that.
I don't think so. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Oh man,
could just be.
You're right.
I wear glasses.
It might just be a filter. It might just be a filter that they use. And
I wear glasses, so I wouldn't know. I guess.
See, this is one of the things I always say. I don't like humans. I mean, there's a few of y'all that are cool, but the people that are on this nonsense.
Yeah. People are crying about Black Mermaid. I'm crying about Melissa McCarthy as Ursula. I think that is the bigger problem. I don't know if you know about that. Because I'm not.
I didn't hear that was finalized. But why do you see that as a problem?
Because Melissa McCarthy, she can either be good or she can be over the top and annoying, and I don't know which way she's gonna go with this role. And I'm fearing it's gonna be right. Yeah. I think it's gonna be more of the over the top, just not giving a crap.
I mean,
version.
Ursula is extra, but
she
then
is.
You gotta think about how they even came up for the look for Ursula, though. Yeah. I feel like she's always over the top because she's supposed to be. The whole look of Ursula in the original cartoon is because she's drawn from a drag queen.
Right.
She's drawn from a drag queen, and if y'all have been to drag shows like I've been to drag shows, the girls be over the top all the time. That is the name of the game. So Melissa McCarthy can pull off a character like that. It really depends. It goes down to the writing.
Yeah,
she can pull that role off, and she's very good at doing roles like that when it hits. The writing has to be on par with it, though. So that's what I would be more worried about.
They also said there's going to be 4 new songs from Alan Menken and Lin-Manuel Miranda, which if he presses fun in it like he did in Canto, that could be good.
Yeah,
I like when if they do the remakes, they add certain things. Hopefully, it's good. Like Aladdin, I wasn't excited for, but the movie was all right.
I still have to watch that movie. I wasn't compelled to, run out there and see it.
It's different. The different stuff in it is good, except for like the ending bits. Like for me, like about halfway through the film is really good, and then the way it wraps up and all of that, I was kind of on. But Will Smith is surprisingly really good in the role of the genie. He's more like the wingman. He's more like the magical wingman as opposed to just goofy guy. So it works.
Which is kind of what he was supposed to be. So yeah.
Right. So that works.
I'll watch that one eventually.
Yeah. Another, like I said, I talked about earlier, but not on live, was nice. Is that a ringtone? That's kind of lit. I ain't gonna hold you. That's very appropriate. But that's very appropriate. But they had Harrison Ford there talking about Indy 5.
Oh, is he going to be in that? Is he on the cast?
Oh yeah, it's the last one. Yeah.
The last thing that I heard about this casting was that Data, our boy right there, was going to be in it.
Well, no, they haven't confirmed that he's in it. They just met because it was at the event. Yeah. At
D23. I watched something earlier.
Oh, they confirmed he's in it?
I think it was on New Rockstars. Yeah, they confirmed that.
Ooh, okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, I didn't hear that part. Okay, so that's dope. If they would have showed the footage, I would have known. Jesus. But anyway, so this is probably the best photo from the whole event.
Well, I'll say, unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure they said it was Indiana Jones. But if it wasn't, one, that's just cool that because not only was he Data in the Goonies, but he was also Shirt Round in the first one. So if he's playing that same character again, playing Short Round older, that just fits, and I hope that's what they do. That
would be cool. Yeah, but they got
how tiny he used to be.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they said John Rhys Davies is coming back as Sala.
Oh, nice.
Mads
Cool.
Mikkelsen is a Nazi.
I was gonna say it's Mads Mikkelsen. He has to be playing a villain.
Right, and they're saying that the actress Phoebe Waller-Bridge is supposed to be Indy's goddaughter, and she's helping him out.
Oh, they're not bringing baby girl back from the first one.
I don't know. They haven't. What's her name? Alan.
I don't remember.
The actress. The actress is some Alan Jane. But anyway, I don't know. I hope they will, because that would kind of suck if
I kind of want to see
relationships
that little bit of storyline continue. Right.
Yeah. It's like Han Solo and
like they brought her back in, right? Yeah, Harrison just trying to cut off all of his old shit. Like, look, y'all bring me back, kill me on that one, okay? I ain't going out to this damn space.
He got very emotional at the panel. They had the clips of it on Twitter of him talking about being happy about it, because he loves Indiana Jones. He could give less of a fuck about Han Solo, but like he loves Indiana Jones. He got emotional about it.
I mean, because that's the one that really helped propel him into this business. I mean, yes, Star Wars was cool, but it wasn't Indiana Jones. You know, Indy was that dude back in the day when these movies were coming out fresh, man.
Yeah. So hopefully the movie's good, because I was not a big fan of 4. And it's gonna be interesting to see how they do the action, him being his age. But they said they showed a lot of action sequences and it looked kind of good. So hopefully they'll nail it.
I kind of hope that's a trend that we keep seeing, because a few years ago there was another big trend with Rocky and a guy Die Hard and all them coming back.
Bruce Willis,
one more ride at the show, So I'm for these older actors coming back in these roles and popping off one more good time. I love to see it. I really do.
Yeah. Hopefully that'll work out for them. They dropped the Willow trailer, which I have not seen. Willow. I gotta
go. You never saw the original movie?
No, I didn't. I gotta watch it. Oh,
see, me and my trailers. Willow is that's a classic, just like Hocus Pocus. Like we watch it all the time.
Yeah, the trailer looks dope. It's very sword and sorcery, people coming together.
Don't forget. Yeah, I gotta check that one out. I love the Willow movie.
Yeah, it's going to Disney Plus, coming out November 30th. It looked good.
It's not that far off. Good.
No, it's not. A lot of this stuff is coming out towards the end.
Shit, November. I'll be watching that during my recovery then.
There you go.
Fingers crossed.
Be entertained. Yeah, be entertained. There was another animated movie called Wish that they announced that's supposed to be like the origin of the whole Wish Upon a Star concept, and there's a little girl. She's like Afro-Latina actress, and she's a new princess played by this lady, Ariana DeBose. So hopefully it's good,
Maybe that's why I haven't. I was just about to say, wait, they actually propping up more melanin? Okay, maybe that's why I haven't heard.
Well, they just they got this. They got some with Tiana, I think, from Princess and the Frog. They're working on. Frog? Yeah, nice. So
nice.
Hopefully this will be good. Hopefully they'll have good music and it'll be fine. But
I mean, if they keep it like I keep saying it just because I know from what everyone's telling me, but I still haven't seen Encanto. Like when
Encanto's dope.
That, people look at me like, "What is wrong with you?"
Encanto is
time to watch it. Yeah.
Encanto's really good. The music definitely carries it though. Like the story is good, but like the music definitely carries the fuck out of that movie. It definitely does.
I know what I know about Encanto is that the music is great, and we don't talk about Bruno. Mm-hmm. That's about it. I don't know why we don't talk about Bruno, but that's what everybody tells me.
We don't talk about it. You gotta watch it. So now we can go into some of the PIXAR stuff, which was kind of light, but they did reveal we're getting Inside Out 2. Excuse me.
Wait, hold on. Which one was Inside Out?
That was the one with
the emotions.
Yes, that was the one with all the emotions, and they killed Bing Bong or whatever the hell his name was.
Yeah,
Bing Bong? Yeah, Bing Bong. So yeah, he died. So it's gonna be like her as a teenager now, and she's got to deal with new emotions.
Oh God, puberty.
Yeah. So that should be fun.
That's gonna be even worse.
Yeah, right. I think it's a different director that they got, but should be interesting. Mm-hmm. Another movie they got come out called Elio, I think. It's about a little boy. He gets transported across the galaxy and mistaken for like Earth's ambassador, and I guess he's like making friends with aliens because he doesn't have friends on Earth or something like that. I don't know. Sounds kind of interesting.
How the hell did he get to space?
Hey, it's Pixar. He'll find a way.
Some random ass wormhole.
Yeah, it could be like Star-Lord. He got picked up. They picked up the wrong kid or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Some mess.
Yeah, it's Pixar. They'll make it work.
And then we got this thing, Elemental. I think this is the next one that's supposed to be coming out. Water guy, fire lady from, I guess, the different nations, and they come together, but they can't physically touch.
Huh,
yeah, because they can't touch.
Yeah, they'll cancel each other out.
Yeah, so hopefully that'll be dope. Who knows? But Pixar's been kind of hit or miss a little bit.
Yeah,
recently,
over like the past few years, they've been hit or miss.
Yeah. And I don't know if all of those movies are going to theaters. That's another thing. They're either going to theaters or they're going to Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
Which, the way Lightyear did in theaters, I can see them making the argument like just send it to Disney Plus. But that's gonna suck. But it is what it is at this point with those movies. And so now we can move on to some of the other things like Star Wars. We got some dope Star Wars.
I dig Star Wars, but I'm not as big into it as my other two discussion partners are.
Yeah. Well, they had some good. They had some fun stuff that they announced. One minor thing, which this didn't really mean a lot to me because I haven't watched the Rebels show, but they did announce for the Ahsoka series that what is this guy's name? Iman Isfandi is going to be Ezra Bridger, who was the lead in the Rebels series. He's like he's one of he's kind of like Reva, but he became a good guy as opposed to a bad guy sort of deal. Yeah. And he was like the main, he was like the main character on that. And so that's cool. A lot of people have been hoping to see this guy in live action.
Cool.
A lot of people wanted the dude from Aladdin. I forget that actor's name to play the role. He didn't get it, so this guy's coming in. He hasn't been in much. Looking at his IMDb, but he's in it, so good for him. And then they added homeboy from. Did you watch Squid Game?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the main dude from Squid Game is going to be in the Acolyte, and he's They haven't really said too. I guess they're still casting because they haven't started filming the series yet. But he's supposed to be like the main lead apparently, and they got some others. Jodie Smith Turner's going to be in it, which I didn't know, and Amanda Stenberger is going to be in it. So we'll see. We'll see what that's going. Set in the past. Yeah, set in the past, and it's like the Jedi's on top, and the Sith are starting to emerge more prominently, or something like that. So you will see more from them. There was an image of Jude Law and the Star Wars Skeleton Crew, which I think is the next TV series that's supposed to be out. It's kind of like the guy who did the Spider-Man movies is supposed to be directing it. So that's his project, which could be cool, I guess. I don't know.
See what's going on with that.
Yeah, wait.
Did they decide whether they were going to do the full live action Ahsoka show?
Yes.
Or okay.
Yes, that's gonna be live. Yeah, Ahsoka's.
I want to watch that just on the strength of Rosario Dawson alone. She's my ultimate nerd Hollywood wife. Any woman that speaks fluent Klingon and writes comic books is on my list. And that's her.
That's
dope.
Girl
can sing, act, write comic books, speaks full Klingon. She's Latina.
Ahsoka's dope. Yeah. Especially now that I've caught up on Clone Wars, I'm like, I definitely want to see that show.
Yeah, she's playing a really kick-ass character too.
Yeah. Dope as hell. So the other thing was Bad Batch. I don't know if you watched Bad Batch. I started it. I didn't finish it.
I think I watched maybe like the first 2 episodes, but I never finished it.
Right, same. So that's coming back for season 2. I think at the end of the year. No, the beginning of the year, January 14th. 16 episodes. So they definitely going all in with that one. But I think the best thing that they announced is Tales of the Jedi. The animated, it's gonna be like 6 parts series. Oh, wait, hold on. I fucked that up. 6-part series. It's gonna be Three episodes go focus on young Count Dooku, and the other, not six, three on young Count Dooku, the other three on Ahsoka. I'm excited to see young Count Dooku and young Qui-Gon Jinn just doing Jedi stuff. That's gonna be dope.
Everybody wants to see young Qui-Gon, man. He's an interesting character.
Yeah, we don't get too much about him, so it's like, I want to see more of that. And I don't know who the hell
that's
this
what I mean
is.
with all these stories that are, and these universes that have been around for so long. Give us some interesting other stuff. Like, you got this whole pantheon of things that you can talk about in this series. We don't need to keep seeing the Luke family saga. Like, that's enough about Luke. Can we go on to some other folks that are around the universe, please?
Yeah, that's coming out October 26th. We're getting Yaddle. I don't know if you know who Yaddle is. It's Lady Yoda. It's like a Lady Yoda.
Okay.
That was a Jedi. And so Yaddle is in it, and they were fighting. So I'm like, okay, that's dope.
I'm here for that.
Exactly. I'm all here for it. And the other thing, of course, Mando season 3 is coming out.
Yeah, I gotta catch up on this one. I gotta catch up on it.
So hyped. It's the battle for Mandalore. He's like technically the leader of the Mandalorians, even though he kind of got kicked out from his cult. And it's crazy. So now it's him and Jean Carlos coming back. Friggin' there's more Mandalorians that he's like teaming up with, and he's got to fight. And he wants to. The planet got destroyed. I think there was like a weird reactor problem or something like that. So I don't know why they're fighting so hard for it, but it's their culture. So, and we got to see what's his name? Carl Weathers is going to be coming back, minus his bodyguard. But they want to talk stupid on Twitter, and now they can't have any fun. But so yeah, trailer was dope. I gotta say, I was excited. Like I said, that's like my main love of Star Wars right now is the Mandalorian. So hopefully that will be great. Hopefully it won't go too overboard. Well, they said there's gonna be some guest stars. I think they meant like guest actors as opposed to like classic characters coming back. But you know how Mando is. They'll do both. Yeah. They'll do both. I don't know if
however they can swing it, they'll get people in.
Oh yeah. I'm not sure if Luke is going to be back or not, but probably will be. They spent so much money on it. I'd be surprised if Luke doesn't come back.
Yeah.
And I don't think I had any. No, I didn't bring any images for it. But the other thing that dropped was Andor. They dropped another trailer for Andor, and I gotta say, of all the things, I keep
hearing about that one.
Yeah, I was when they announced that they were doing an Andor show. I'm like, why? Like Rogue One was dope, but he wasn't like my favorite character. He wasn't even like my top 3 favorite characters in that whole movie. And he's getting a show.
I finished that movie.
Yeah, but I gotta say, from everything they've shown, it looks amazing. It looks.
I haven't seen the trailer yet, but I've heard a lot of good stuff about what's coming.
Yeah, it's like they got the spy stuff. It's the early days of the rebellion fighting against the Empire, and they got like spies within the government helping them out and all of this type of stuff. It looks good. It looks like they spent a lot of money on it. I think it's supposed to be like 12 episodes, which I think is ridiculous, but it is what it is. We're getting 3-episode premiere September 21st, so about 2 weeks.
Are those half-hour episodes or hour episodes?
That I don't know. Judging from Boba Fett and Obi-Wan, it can be 40 minutes, it can be 30 minutes. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. They might fuck around and just give us 25-minute episodes. I don't know.
Shit. Like I remember, them first couple episodes of WandaVision were literally only like 10 minutes of story. So yeah. We'll see. They're still weird with the episode allotments and time and all of that bullshit. So now we can hop into the MCU announcements. Which, you want to do National Treasure first?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, National Treasure, yeah, because I guess we didn't talk about that on stream. So yeah, National Treasure. I'll let you take it. Like I said, I'm not in National Treasure. Haven't watched those movies, but I'm happy that the series exists.
Yeah,
They bring back Nick
They're
Cage.
doing another one. See, yeah, and that's the thing I'm not clear on. From what they showed in the teaser, I don't think they're gonna bring Nicolas Cage back in, which is kind of sad because his character really does make that series. They did
Right.
show a little clip of Riley showing up in there for a cameo, which I guess that's okay. You know, Riley is one of the more prominent characters as well. But
Was that the guy
that
at the end of the
whole
trailer?
he's he was basically the sidekick
Okay.
throughout the first two movies. But Harvey Keitel, who it seems is taking the lead at for the old guy with all the information, he was in the first two movies. He played the secret agents that was always in the background working with Nick when stuff was popping off. And, if somebody needs to go to jail for this one thing happening and you don't want it to be you, then you got to give me somebody else. So it's how they worked with the Avengers, so it makes sense that he's kind of the front guy here, but they didn't really let slip too much of what the story is going to be. So I think it still gives way for some decent twists and turns, and hopefully these new characters can establish themselves in the into the universe that's already there for them. So we'll see.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And Catherine Zeta-Jones is playing the bad guy, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that
too. I just remembered it.
I haven't seen Lady Catherine in a lot over the past few years, so I'm glad she's back on the screen.
She could be a mortician that Wednesday Addams joined on Netflix. I don't know if you saw that trailer.
Yes. I did hear about that earlier last week. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
That was kind of interesting.
A lot of folks were giving it flack because our boy that's playing Gomez now. I'm like, if you're really an Addams Family fan, then you know what he looked like in the comics.
Yeah,
that is the most accurate look for him that has ever been on screen. All respect to Raul Julia, rest in peace. I love what he did in Addams Family and Addams Family Values. But Luis Gomez, that's his name. He looks the part. He legit looks the part.
He definitely
and I'm here for the tomfoolery that was in that trailer.
Yeah.
I want to see all of it.
Only thing I'm worried about is Tim Burton's his involvement.
Yeah, Tim Burton can be real hit or miss. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. The guy has a certain formula and a certain aesthetic that we all expect from him, but sometimes it don't work out. He like goes a little too far over the deep end sometimes, and sometimes he doesn't go far enough.
And doesn't go far enough, right?
Tim Burton, what is this?
Right.
So I mean, what I've seen so far, though, I'm very optimistic about it.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be good. But and then what was the other? Did we talk about? We did talk about Willow. Oh, Percy Jackson. I haven't watched those movies. They dropped a trailer for that. It was okay.
I know that. Yeah, that was very much a teaser trailer. Yeah, they didn't give away pretty much anything in there. They showed you who Percy was. They showed who Annabeth was, which also caused another whole commotion. Because Annabeth is being played by a young black girl. And this is one of the reasons.
Is it because of this? Is it this?
Yes. It's exactly that. People were losing their minds to the point of where, and there's two authors that I've seen do this that I stand, both of them. Neil Gaiman is one, and the Rick Riordan, the author of the Percy Jackson series. The whole reason that he even started those books was because his son was very insecure about having ADHD. So he specifically wrote Percy and a lot of the demigods to have ADHD in a form of where they use it as their strength. Like it actually helps them focus and fight when they need to. So he's really great. So he came on, they tried him. They tried going after him on Twitter, and he came on there like, nah. Like I can't say everything that he said, but you can very easily go find these tweets, and he shut that shit down immediately. Rick Riordan was not.
Yeah, I like when the creators come
not for the nonsense. And he's always like all of his books. They don't do just the Greek pantheon. It starts off that way, but all of his books center around all of mythology. So he has Muslim characters, he has Egyptian characters, he has specifically Norse characters. So literally the whole world of Pantheon are in his characters, in his books. And he's a master at mythology. Like, he really knows his shit. And if you know mythology on that level, it makes sense. But even if you don't, it's just a great adventure to go through with these kids. It's a great story. So I'm very much looking forward to this show.
Yeah, I hope it's good. I never got into those movies. I know the fans of the books hate the
skip
Percy
the
Jackson
movies.
movies.
Read the books. Skip the movies.
Okay.
I mean, they're okay. You can watch them, but in comparison to the books, they're not a good adaptation at all.
Okay, all right.
They're watchable, but I always say go with the books. The adventure story is much better.
Okay, all right. I'll check that out. All right, so moving on. Let's get to these MCU announcements. Like we said earlier, there was a lot of hype.
A lot of hype.
A lot of expectations. Now, basically, I will say it was a lot of rehash. There was a lot of stuff that was kind of rehashed. Certain things were expounded upon. Certain things weren't even mentioned. So one of the things that came out of nowhere, apparently they had like a game, Disney game presentation. I heard it was fucking terrible, and I looked back at it.
Really?
Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah, they didn't really announce anything worth a damn, except for one game that came out of nowhere. It doesn't have a title, but it is a Captain America Black Panther video game set in World War II. It's Captain America working with Black Panther's grandfather, grandfather, and him, King Azuri, Gabriel Jones, who is the soldier over here, black soldier over here, and one of the early Dora Milaje, and it's them versus Hydra. That's all we know. It's not co-op, far as we know, but you can play as these 4 different characters, I guess, at different levels or whatever. Sounds like a neat concept. It's being made by Skydance New Media, which is a newer video game company. And
what platforms are going to be on?
They haven't said. I'm assuming it's going to be all platform, but I'm not entirely sure. Yo, there he is. What up, homie?
What's going on?
Yeah. But it should be fun. They didn't really show too much, and it was more just cinematic. But you saw a little bit of Black Panther and Cap. You saw the shield scratch. Yeah, could be fun. Yeah. Was not expected.
In the comics, back in the day, Reed Richards used to do a lot with Black Panther also.
Yep.
Like they actually have a very solid like brotherhood friendship in the comics.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. This might actually be interesting. I mean, hopefully they give it a decent story around it.
Decent story, decent gameplay. I'm praying. I'm praying because I don't need them to botch a Black Panther video game. I just don't need that.
Yeah, don't botch anything with that name attached to it, please.
Exactly. So another thing, we got a little bit more backstory on the Black Panther Wakanda Forever movie. They're saying that it focuses on the rest of the world trying to capitalize on Wakanda at their trying to get their resources when they're at their weakest moment. So which sounds about what I expected the plot would be, sounds dope.
And who's the first one? Who's the first villains we see in there trying to go thieving? America.
It's either America or Hydra. Or Latin.
Either way, it's stemming from this soil.
Or Latveria. We don't know.
Either or. Yes, I've heard, that there are, and then speaking of those secret announcements, Henry Cavill's name was on that list that we talked about earlier. And I was thinking that if they are going to cast anyone for Hyperion, he would fit the bill.
I don't think Hyperion is a real thing. I think that's fake news, in my opinion. I don't think that's.
If they're bringing in another section of heroes and saying everybody that circles around Hyperion, that is one group to bring in. And I don't know if that's where they're going with the story, but if they were to cast him, Henry would fit that bill.
He would.
But I believe what I heard recently is that they might be looking at him to play Dr. Doom, which kind of surprising, but that could work.
I heard a rumor he could be.
I would be totally against it.
I heard a rumor he could be Wonder Man, and I was like, that would be perfect for Henry Cavill.
Wonder Man, he fits Wonder Man too.
He's already big as shit. He's an actor. He can,
right. See, and that's why I said he would fit Hyperion. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but he already kind of did Hyperion. His version of Superman was low-key Hyperion.
I mean, well, yeah. Hyperion is Marvel Superman, pretty much. That's
true.
Absolutely, which is why I would think it would be hell of meta. And because Disney be petty, that's like a big fuck you to Warner Brothers and DC. I would laugh at that. I respect a good petty.
Yeah. So,
but it's cool. But there is also news on him. Random sidebar because it's not MCU, but he is also rumored to be in talks with HBO and HBO Max specifically about playing a character in season 2 of House of the Dragon, which my fingers are crossed that it's going to be one of our proto Starks, Cregan Stark. That's who I'm hoping for. I'm probably wrong, but we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, I heard something about that as well. So, we got another announcement that Daredevil Born Again is still happening.
That's coming.
I know it's been a couple of months. We got a new logo with the 2 Ds.
I want everyone from Netflix, with the exception of The Night of Flowers, to come over here. And you didn't watch Game of Thrones. I keep forgetting. So you're not going to get The Night of Flowers.
I was about to say, who was
the guy that played Iron Fist. He also played a very prominent character in Game of Thrones when it was on.
Right. Was he better in Game of Thrones than he was in Iron Fist?
Yes. Oh, he was great. He was great. Okay. That's pretty much why he got the role. But yeah, then he botched it. All of his side characters were far better in that show than him, which is why I want all of them to come over to the MCU with everybody else.
Yeah, I don't know how many of them they're going to keep, but
most of them is what I've heard, and they've already shown us Kingpin. We already got Matt.
Yeah.
I do believe Kirsten Ritter is also in the running. We haven't heard anything about what's his name, Luke, guy that plays Luke Cage.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming.
I don't think they were looking at him, but I'm fairly certain they're gonna get Kirsten Ritter, and I would think also Rosario Dawson, and
if she's not too busy,
Colleen Wing, and the played Misty Knight.
Yeah, I hope they bring them back. Simone Messick, they were great. They were all great. But they said the Charlotte Clarkson had said that this show will try to have a serious tone. I don't think it's not going to be as serious as the Netflix series.
Unfortunately, they can't go that serious yet. But Disney's already well on the way there. They're just prepping people for it. They gotta go slowly for the snowflakes that are too much on violence and blood.
But they said. He did say this will be a fresh start, so it's not going to be directly connected to the Netflix.
Thing, yeah.
So, which is to be expected. I don't know why some people expect it.
You got to tie exactly. You got to tie some of those things in differently. We can bring. I mean, all of the worlds are technically connected now because of the time rifts and whatnot. So we can do anything with these characters, and I think I like it better that way because it makes things a little easier to fit into these puzzle pieces.
Yeah, and Feige, he likes to do his own shit. He don't like to take other people's stuff and rework it. So it makes sense. He'll borrow, but he'll definitely do his own thing with it. So it makes sense that that's kind of the thought process. Yeah, I just hope it's not too lighthearted.
Yeah, see, and I don't think it will be. It's definitely not going to be Netflix level, like you said, but they are going to be a lot more gritty. One guy I forgot, the Punisher, John Bartholomew. He's already set. Yeah, he's already set to come back. They just haven't worked in where exactly he's going to be interjected just yet.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to all of that. I mean, Feige has been in this game for longer than most folks realize. When that in the 90s, when that first X-Men movie came out from Fox, he was on that team.
Yeah.
So he's literally been working his way up.
He was born in it.
The kid knows what he's doing.
You cannot just fuck a Feige out of the sky, Warner Brothers.
No, exactly. Not at all. They've tried. God, what has it been like 3-4 times they've tried now?
Yeah.
They got to get it together. Their mistake was trying to catch up instead of just starting bare bones like MCU did, and then you build from there. that's why things are so hot right now, and that's why the competition is always more leaning one way.
Yeah. Apparently they showed the Ant-Man trailer again, but they have not released it yet. Those bastards.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I'm like, yo, can we see everything that's coming down, please? Because
Yeah.
this is absurd. Oh, a question actually, I
Mhm.
forgot to ask. Well, actually, I don't think we've put it up yet. The lineup for the Thunderbolts.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay,
I'm saving that for
I'll make a note. I'll make a note for myself then, so I don't
We'll
forget.
get there. Yeah, we will definitely get to that shit there. All right, so Kang is basically, it seems like Kang is holding Scott's daughter hostage and forces him to commit a heist within the quantum realm. That sounds
I got a
interesting.
question about that.
Yeah.
Interesting, but what could Kang need Ant-Man to do that he can't do himself?
I mean, that's a good question.
That's the only thing that
is a good question.
That gives me pause about this. Like, what could you specifically need Scott Lang, of all people, of any hero's life that you could go interrupt? You go to this guy.
Yeah. Well, hopefully
and kidnap his daughter for it.
Hopefully they'll have a compelling reason. I don't know. Hopefully
I really hope so.
Reason.
That's the only thing that worries me. Like, besides the some of the earlier Thor movies and Ant-Man, they kind of haven't. I mean, I've enjoyed them, but they haven't performed as well.
No,
as
those are the
MCU.
lore. Yeah, those are the lore franchises.
I mean, on the strength of Jonathan Majors, I already know that Kang's going to knock it out the park. I'm just questioning, what do you really need from this guy that you can't get yourself?
We'll see. We'll see. Maybe it's a certain rat that he has contact with, or maybe it's Luis. Maybe Luis is the key. I don't know.
Luis needs like his own announcement show. He should be recapping every MCU anything at all times. Somebody was saying that maybe it has something to do with Renslayer. Like, maybe someone's kidnapped her.
Oh yeah.
Go on, like, from this heist adventure to get her back.
Loki. Yeah. Well, that is usually his thing in the comics. Is she's like in a coma, and the reason he does most of what he does is he's trying to get a timeline where she's like healed or some shit. So that could be the case. That definitely could be the case. I kind of forgot about that character, but that definitely could be the case.
We'll see. I just want it to be good, because I'm looking forward to it. We're moving into the space age now, where a lot of everything we're seeing is going to be more mystical and otherworldly. So I just want the story to be good. That's my concern.
Yeah, they dropped the trailer for Secret Invasion, which looks good. A lot of people are really digging this. I thought it was fine. I'm more surprised that this is like going to Disney Plus and it's not like a phase. Like, this could have been like a whole phase.
Well, but technically, everything on Disney Plus is rolled in. It's a medium for them to tell those extra side bits.
Yeah.
That you can't really put into a movie. I mean, I guess you could, but it would seem disjointed if you did, I think.
Yeah.
So I love the model that they've come up with to have all of these companion pieces be on Disney Plus, and you can flesh it out a little bit more than you can with the 2-hour movie. So this is cool. And also, our guy Nick Fury, man, Sam's getting old.
They showed him the trailer. He's got the full he's got the full gray in the beard.
So he's
looking like a pirate for real.
To kick ass.
As
quickly as he could earlier in the phases,
Yeah, seems like it's gonna have a more fierce tone. Now we got Emilia Clarke, who's in it. We don't know who the hell she's playing.
She's supposed to be the Skrull Queen.
That's what they say. And she could be the Skrull Queen.
Lying and she's playing somebody else?
I'm hoping she's playing Jessica Drew. That's what I'm hoping.
They have rights to that. They don't have rights to that.
That's the thing.
Everything Spidey is with Sony.
She's only connected to Spider-Man by name, and also I said Jessica Drew, not Spider-Woman. I think they can use her civilian ideally, but maybe not.
I highly doubt that.
Superhero version. I don't know.
It's just like how a lot of folks are saying they're disappointed with some things in the Rings of Power right now.
Right.
It's
because
all
of the
down
rights.
to rights. Yeah, if they don't have rights to use Gandalf or to use so many elements from the original story, they have to put other things in there to tell a different type of story. So, I'm very, very skeptical that she would be Jessica Drew. I mean, and it would make sense because if I remember correctly, she was the queen in the comics.
Yeah, she was.
She was
She was
found to be
disguised as the queen.
impersonated by the queen.
Yep.
So maybe, but I don't know. I don't know that they'd be able to use her, especially with a Spider Woman movie being worked on also.
But that's the thing. That's the other thing. They well, it's the Madam Web. Oh yeah, you're right. There is the Spider Woman now. Yeah, shit, that's right. With Olivia Wilde.
Doing it.
Yeah, god damn it. Yeah, you're right. Maybe not. But yeah, I mean, this whole was a big deal.
We're gonna get into all of the bad scrolls that are coming up now. We've only met the good ones so far.
We've only met the good ones, which was an odd take, but like I like the Talos character.
Though.
Yeah, I like the Telos, whatever.
Yeah, it adds a little more to the story, a little more. There's more at stake now because it's not just them going against other people now. This is them now having to go against their own people.
Yeah.
So that always brings in an extra mix of emotions when you have to do something like that. So it's going to be interesting. And yeah, I really like Talos's character. I think we're going to see his daughter grown up. And also they gave a bit of an explanation as to what happened at the end of Miss Marvel and the place switching. I think that's going to be really cool to see once the Marvels movie comes out. I'm really looking forward to that one.
Yeah. And now you may be surprised by this, but they announced that Armor Wars is coming.
Yeah, that's been on the docket for a little while, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. But they wanted to remind us that it's still coming. They haven't said or shown a goddamn thing, but they got a new logo. It's still coming.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what the story. I mean, the name is kind of self-explanatory, but who was actually going to be a part of this war?
Well, they're saying that it's going to.
Riri Williams is going to be in there. I know.
That's what.
Rhodey. Rhodey's going to be in it.
He's the lead.
I would venture to say that if they age Morgan up like they were originally going to, she probably would have a hand in this too.
And I didn't even think about that.
This could be a bit more of a lead-in or a tie-in to the Young Avengers because I'm pretty sure Riri is going to be a part of that team.
Yeah. I just would have thought they would have just fused Armor Wars and Ironheart into the same series, but apparently not. They said
Armor Wars I think it's going to show more on Rhodey's side because that's going to have a lot to do with the government and who has rights to these different things now that Tony's dead and Pepper's in charge. Which I still think everything defaults to Pepper. If I know Tony, he probably already had that ironclad in the will. And it shouldn't be a thing, but people are always going to try to find loopholes.
Try to pick at it, yeah. Well, they said, Armor Wars is supposed to take place after the events of Secret Invasion, so it could be like there's maybe like a bunch of alien tech that he's trying to recover or something. I don't know.
That too.
I don't fucking know. And then, of course, they showed a little more about what's her name, Ironheart, her series.
Also that's a good place for the DODC to come in too.
Those assholes.
We've seen pop up. Yeah, that's a good spot for them.
They suck. I'm so tired of them. They should just make them S.H.I.E.L.D. already. Like, I'm so sick of them. The DODC. Like, just be S.H.I.E.L.D. That's who you are.
Okay, but we supposed to like S.H.I.E.L.D. though.
I mean, they're the government.
Nobody likes the DODC.
True.
They're assholes.
But whatever. Yeah, they're just S.H.I.E.L.D. Just make them S.H.I.E.L.D. already. That was such a weird thing when they got rid of S.H.I.E.L.D. so early on. But anyway, we got
to this character. He seems interesting.
No, the Hood is the Hood, not Red Hood. Red Hood's DC.
Hood. That's right.
He's the Hood.
That's right. Yeah.
The Hood. What's his name? I'm surprised he's popping up. He's in this show. The Hood, from what he's being played by Anthony Ramos. From what I remember about the Hood when he popped up, which was right around the time the Secret Invasion story was building up. He's basically like, what if a crime? It was weird. It was like, what if a crime boss had superpowers? I'm like, that already exists, but he was supposed to be like a very like serious sort of crime dude, but he has like this cloak that gives him superpowers. But he's also supposed to be like super, like smarter, much more smarter about the way he does his crimes. Like he's not like big, kind of like a kingpin, but with superpowers sort of vibe. And it didn't really differentiate him that much, but he's in the show. I'm interested to see what they do with him.
Yeah, that's what my interest in is how they use him.
Yeah,
because he's paired with Riri Williams' character, so that's going to be an interesting pairing there.
Because I don't think they've ever crossed paths in the comics. I'm not sure.
I don't believe they have.
Yeah, so that's why it was so random. Yeah, but they're saying this is supposed to explore the battle between magic and tech. So I don't know what that means, but I know one character who does use magic and tech, and that's Dr. Doom. So I don't know.
Yeah, there's something. It's the hood. I think there is something mystic about the powers he gets. It's not tied to like him being a mutant or
no, it's not.
So yeah, there's a little extra with him. So I am looking forward to that because he's not a character that I'm very familiar with.
Yeah, he was like I said, he was like if a Batman crime villain had mob boss had superpowers, but he's in the MCU. Yeah. It was weird how they tried to differentiate him, like he was special, but I'm like, he's just your average villain with powers, but whatever. Who knows?
Yeah, I have heard one theory lately that's been thrown around is that he's actually behind the people the group of 4 that jumped Jennifer in
okay
show.
Okay, I can see that.
So they were saying it's either him or the leader, who they are bringing back.
Yeah,
and I'm glad they're bringing it back.
I thought it was either the leader or there's a character called the Gremlin, who is in the 90s cartoon. He worked for the leader. He was like his little sidekick, and he had like a huge crush on She-Hulk. And I was like, he's like real small. He's like deformed and gray and all that. And I feel like he might be the one behind it, but it could be the Hood as well. They could tie that in. So, but for comedy reasons, I'm thinking it's the Gremlin. But that's just
right. I think there's a good chance that it could be the leader, and I think the other person that I said that it might be is Val with the Thunderbolts. But then again, when you think about how Val likes to operate, she's not messy like those assholes were. Like they did not know what they were doing.
Trash.
So she's not gonna mess with anybody that can't be at least halfway competent. And yeah, those dudes, I don't know why they thought they could just roll up on She-Hulk like that.
Yeah, that was
even before she had changed, it was just absurd. Yeah.
Yeah. Now the reason homeboy short round Cahill Kwan, he was there because they announced that he's going to be playing a TVA employee in the Loki season 2 series. And
maybe that's what it was.
He's going to be in Loki season 2. He's going to be more K. Yeah,
that's him. That character, like, he absolutely fits the bill to play a character like that.
Hell yeah! I mean, did you see everything everywhere all at once?
Yes.
He essentially played something like that. So I've seen him in this multiversal hopping role before. So it's like he'll be great.
Yeah,
he'll be great.
Also, for anyone watching and watches later, if you haven't seen Everything Everywhere All at Once, please go watch it.
Yeah, I recently saw it like a week ago.
I love Michelle Yeoh, and I think that's one of her best ones yet.
Fucking great movie, really dope. And now I see why people were kind of pissed off at at Multiverse of Madness, because they definitely blew them out of the water.
You can do dimension hopping right. It's not hard.
Yeah, they definitely blew them out of the water on that one. And like I said, the Marvels. Yeah, they said it's going to focus on all 3 of the heroes: Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, and Photon. But they're all going to be trading places whenever they use their powers or something like that. So what we saw, if you didn't see the end of Miss Marvel, that's the stinger where Kamala puts on the did she put on the bracelet or something happened? Something happened.
I think it was something else with the bracelet though.
Something else already. Right. It was something else. Yeah, and then she sort of switched places with Miss Marvel, Carol Danvers, and apparently that's going to be throughout the whole movie with all 3 of them, which sounds crazy. Hopefully it'll work out.
Yeah, because you got to think like, how are they going to effectively communicate with each other? And
Right.
also, why is that the format though? I'm a little worried about that because
Mm-hmm.
they set up something that needs to be resolved between Carol and Monica
Carol and Monica. Yeah.
in WandaVision. And if they're hopping around and not able to be in the same place all at once, how are we going to get that taken care of?
Well, in the
We need to start that out first.
Yeah. Well, in the comics, and Wally had mentioned in the last stream with the bands, when they would switch places in the original comics, the original Captain Marvel and the character Rick Jones, they would swap places within the negative zone, which is also connected to the Fantastic Four, where it's like this empty void of energy, and he has to Captain Marvel's fine because he has powers, but Rick would also have to hide because there's like these beings that hang out in the negative zone they try to track him down. So they could be doing that sort of deal. But it's gonna be interesting. I remember hearing that there's supposed to be like a musical sort of number where they're like singing on some like singing planet. So sounds like it's gonna be kind of wacky. I don't know.
What? That makes sense. Like if you watch Miss Marvel, that makes sense because Kamala would absolutely just happen to randomly flash to a stage and she'd be able to get in on the singing number and pull it off and then run away when she needed to.
Right.
So that's gonna be very funny to see, I bet.
Yeah, and they also say that that asshole Goose will return.
She's supposed to meet Goose. Yeah.
I was cool with Goose.
Asshole, what did Goose do to you?
No, it's not what he did to me. It's what he did to Nick Fury. Cause that was some bullshit. What did he do? What did he do to this? Hold on. What did he do to this man right here? He fucked that man's eye up.
He fucked his eye up. Yeah, well, Nick shouldn't have been touching shit.
I was so pissed. I was pissed at that. I was like, really?
Look, he picked him up one too many times without permission, okay?
That's what it was.
Just let that be the message. Don't touch pussy without permission.
Oh, jeez. You got a point. You know what? That's word to the wise. Oh,
Kim putting your hands on stuff all the time like that, man.
Word to the wise. Yeah, but that still annoyed the hell out of me when that happened. It was like fucking Winter Soldier. Yeah, I trusted someone and I lost an eye. And then we see it was a goddamn
You know what, bro?
cat.
It was a damn cat.
Like,
because your ass was the one messing up.
God damn it, Fury.
Like that's how y'all paid that off, really? Because you trusted the cat. Come on, man. Yeah,
that was bad.
I mean, it was funny and it fits, but I wanted a better explanation than that.
Right. I thought it was gonna be Ben Mendelsohn or something fucked him over. Nope, it was a cat.
That's exactly what I thought. I mean, or they could have at least made it be maybe he jumped in the way when Goose had the damn tentacles coming out and one of them like flicked over his eye or something. Ooh, that even would have been a little better, but no, it was just a cat scratch.
Yeah. Now, next announcement was the thing that they had announced, and I wasn't sure if it was real or not, and that was the Werewolf by Night, because they've been talking about this for a while, low key, and then nothing came from it. And it seemed like a lot of people
were supposed to be just like a Halloween one-off, though, right?
Yeah, it's like a Halloween
special.
A whole
show.
I thought so too.
I'm kind of disappointed that it's.
I'm fine with that because I have no connection to this character, so I'm fine with it.
I like the old timey feel they gave.
Yeah, that seemed to have thrown a lot of people off when they saw it. They were just like, "What the fuck is this?" Just another reminder that people have
such a minor character sometimes. Yeah, a lot of folks don't even know who the hell Werewolf by Night is.
I've never read a comic book with him. I've heard of him, but I've never read a comic with him.
He's
I'm not big into the horror
that much.
Yeah. It looked interesting though. Now the other thing, so it's a Marvel Studios special presentation, which apparently is supposed to be this new division where they're gonna do like a little one-offs. Remember how like they used to do like the one shots, like they had like the thing with what's his name, Ben Kingsley, or they had the one with Justin Hammer,
with Thor's hammer,
stuff like that. So it seems like this is going to be like the new special division for that type of stuff. And the other weird thing is that this is being directed by Michael Giacchino, who is not known for directing, but he's a big Hollywood music composer.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I know that name, but not.
Yeah, he's done a lot. He's done he's a lot of the MCU movies. He's done a lot of so that kind of has me worried that this is going to be a first time director handling this.
I mean, they picked him for a reason, though.
I gotta hope so. And so Werewolf by Night is being played by what's the actor's name? Gail Garcia Bernal. The trailer seems like there's like a bunch of monster hunters are like brought together to try to track down the monster, and he's the one that's secretly the monster, I guess, or maybe they're the monsters. I don't know.
I was gonna say it low key looked like an adult version of the Monster Squad.
Yeah.
Movie
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
But that's kind of the feel that I got from it, and that's not a bad thing because I really like the Monster Squad. So and the way they're doing this, with the old time black and white aesthetic to it, and it looks like it's almost like a murder mystery kind of that they're doing. I'm feeling it. I do wish it was a whole show, but you know what? If they pull this off with just this longer one shot, I'm good.
Yeah, a lot of people kind of, like I said, were down on it. This was the one trailer I watched the most because I was just kind of just curious as to what the hell was going on. Mm-hmm. We see this character Man Thing, who is like a low key, I guess, sort of fan favorite. He's a very weird
character. He's a very weird character that pops out when weird shit starts happening.
Basically, yeah.
So,
he's like,
it fits. It's on brand.
It's definitely on brand, and him and Werewolf by Night hang out a lot. And then there was another lady in the trailer we don't know, but she might be playing this character, Elsa Bloodstone, who is this badass British monster hunter chick. And
and they're bringing in a lot of the characters from the British side of the MCU too. I kind of like that.
Yeah, and the horror side, and that's my other thing. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, it'll be somewhat scary because I don't need PG-13 scary. It being black and white, I think they might get away with some blood because it's black and white. I don't know, but we'll see.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Yep. Coming out October 7th, so not too much longer from that.
Yeah, I'm definitely here for it.
And like I said, that was the biggest thing I wanted was we were going to get the cast of the Fantastic Four. We didn't get it. We just got confirmation that Matt Shakman will be directing, which was heavily rumored like a couple weeks ago or something like that. Yeah.
So now
that's all they said.
I guess it's quote unquote official.
Yeah, it's quote unquote official. So that's all we got. Apparently, Kevin Feige said that's all he got to talk about. So that's all we gonna get with that one, which is cool. But I really was hoping we was gonna get that fan cast announced. But
I swear I did hear that Krasinski said he was going to be coming back, but I don't know. I mean, either way, I'm sure they're going to give us someone that can play that part. I know Krasinski is still my number one, and I would love also Emily Blunt to come in and play Sue Storm because she legit fits the bill just like her husband does. However, if they don't do that, I would be down for some weird-ass timey-wimey thing that happened back in the day while they were on their misadventures and getting stuck in the quantum world, if they pull Jessica Alba back. She also still looks the part.
She does.
Bad writing is what killed those two original movies. Had they had better writers to tell a better story, it would have been a lot different. I think they cast very well with the guy that they had cast to play Mr. Fantastic in those movies, and Jessica fit that bill too. Like all five of those guys. I mean, of course, Chris couldn't come back to play Johnny Storm unless there was some weird
multiverse
stuff that they had to do, which I could see Marvel doing that because it just makes sense that something like that would happen.
That'd be fun. That would be fun.
Especially since we got the three Spideys on the screen together. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think
they could bring Michael B. Jordan too.
Yep. I think that's the only way I would want to see anyone from that Fantastic Four movie back, was just for a small cameo to say, hey, this is what our team did. Here's your cliff notes. We're out. That's it.
I can see that. That'd be fun. So
yeah, I'd be down for a little thing like that.
The next big thing we got was the announcement of some more announcements about Captain America: New World Order.
Okay, I missed these. Yeah, what is the New World Order going to pertain to?
So we're getting, well, we talked about it a little bit earlier. We're getting Isaiah Bradley's coming back, which is dope. Hopefully he'll have a flashback to him in his actual costume and all that. That'd be lit.
Hopefully, I would like to see maybe him and Eli doing some training, because Eli ends up being the Patriot who was also on the Young Avengers.
That we could possibly. The other guy, Danny Ramirez, will return as the new Falcon. He was the Hispanic guy that was working with Sam in the show. He's the new Falcon.
Saw that coming. Yep, here for that.
Yeah. So that's cool. They added. They said that Tim Blake Nelson's coming back as the leader, which
like
is not
that.
really not the villain I thought was going to be in this. So that's cool.
That's going to be interesting, and I'm glad it shows that Marvel didn't forget. That they didn't forget. Yes, the Edward Norton movie is absolutely a part of the MCU. It always has been, and now we get this callback for the leader, which is great.
It's shocking. I was not expecting to see that. I was expecting him to be in She-Hulk, but him being in this big of a role, I think is pretty dope.
I think and I think that's better fitting for that character too.
Yeah. Leads me to believe that the New World Order is going to be more about the leader trying to change the world with gamma radiation and making a crazy monsters or something like that.
Yeah. You know what? Battle World is definitely a thing that is more synonymous with Doctor Doom. I could see it coming to its completion with Doom, but something like that is what the leader would start. I think he would have a plan to do things along the lines like that, but of course he's going to get thwarted or something's just going to go haywire. He's going to have to get shut down, because that's what always happens with villains.
I could see that. So leader's coming back.
But either way, I'm glad to have him back.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're having the Israeli superhero Sabra being played by Shira Haas. I'm not familiar with this actress, but I was kind of surprised that they're bringing this character.
Either, but bring it on. I like seeing new faces.
Yeah. And this is coming out May 3rd, 2024 for now. And there was a little controversy. Yeah. There was a little controversy about not just the Israeli superhero, but Tim Blake Nelson also being Jewish, and the title is New World Order. Some people are like, people are going to go a little crazy with their conspiracies and their complaints, and it's hopefully don't get that crazy.
And I see the comparison that they're trying to make. One, no, stop. That's not even where Marvel was going with it. Right. Two, clearly you haven't been watching the same movies that we have, because I think it's very easy to see why they would choose a name such as that, and why it's fitting. And if this man himself had an issue with the role and that name, he wouldn't have taken the role. So chill.
Yeah.
Not everything is a freaking fight right now, man.
But it will be. It will be if they have their say. So all of that happened, but I think the biggest thing, and sort of I don't know if it's disappointment or shock. It seems like disappointment, because the Twitter especially was very immediate with their reaction. I know I was immediate with my reaction, but we knew the Thunderbolts was happening, but we got the actual initial lineup, which had been rumored since Comic-Con, and it was not entirely that team, but we got the lineup for the Thunderbolts.
It's most everybody on there that I thought was going to be on there. A few people that I didn't think of before.
The only one I did not expect to be on this team was Red Guardian and maybe Bucky. And I was hoping Taskmaster would be someone else, but they gave us the sad news that it is the exact same Taskmaster from Black Widow.
Well, yeah, that would be dumb to just bring in this all new Taskmaster.
Would it be?
We already know who it was. See, and I did see your post on Twitter, but I gotta say, what would a normal life for someone that grew up like her even be?
That's true.
That accident happened. Well, it wasn't an accident, but the whole thing happened when she was 8, and she's been under mind control and in training, since then.
Yes,
so
it's just kind of stuck in
now
this.
it's very Liam Neeson like. She quite literally has a specific set of skills. Where's she gonna go to use those skills? Because no, you can't just sit down and play Susie Homemaker after a life like that. You're used to being in the game and going and doing these things that you think are important, at least, or that are important to you. And now that she has agency to choose that for herself, it makes absolute sense that this is where she would be. At least it does to me.
Yeah, no, you make a strong argument. I just was disappointed. I was like, when it happened, I was like, okay, this is their version, but hopefully we'll get a newer version.
It
of
was bad
Taskmaster.
writing all around. I think we're gonna see a lot better things moving forward for her.
So the lineup here, we got Yelena Belova, the Black Widow. We got Red Guardian, which I was not expecting, but I love David Harbour.
That either, but I love it. Yeah, cool. And you already know the nonsense that's going to come out of his mouth, especially since his daughter is on the team. Of course,
his daughter's on the team, and 2 other Captain Americas are on the team as well, which will continue with that. Ghost is on the team, which is cool.
So Ghost is an okay character. I knew they would. Yeah. I knew they were going to bring her back in something.
Ghost makes sense. We got Bucky on the team, which is a little, I don't know.
Didn't quite see that one come in, especially because, you know, how at odds with John he is. But he's got to do something, and, you know, he's never been all the way straight and narrow. So
exactly,
it makes sense.
U.S. Agent is back, which you already knew at the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Taskmaster's here.
The first one on the team.
Yeah, and Taskmaster's here. And Contessa Valentina and Allegra De Fontaine is
with her 1,001 names, titles.
She's their Amanda Waller, because this is basically Kevin Feige's like, as he tends to do, he'll look over and see what Warner Brothers doing, and he's like, can I make it better?
You know what? Can I do this better? Yes. Here you go.
Now this is the one.
Go ahead.
I want to say Thunderbolts. It seems like they're clearly trying to rip off the Suicide Squad, and I'm going to tell Kevin. I'm going to tell him right now. You're not going to out James Gunn. It's not happening. You're not going to outgun James Gunn, Feige. You're just not.
I wouldn't say that they're trying to rip off the Suicide Squad. You know, the Thunderbolts are absolutely a thing. They come together differently in the comics, and their actual leader. It is a really, really big deal. I don't want to say, just in case, you know, it might be possible.
No, it's Zemo. It's Zemo, unless you're thinking of somebody else.
No, in the comics, it was Red Hulk. And Red Hulk
that's the thing.
You're thinking of Grant's dad. But unfortunately, that actor is gone now. May rest in peace.
But the Red Hulk,
they've revamped it for that.
Right. Now, the Red Hulk is from the second version, where they were essentially the Suicide Squad.
That's the more recent one.
Right. But the original version was led by Zemo. And a lot of people were hoping that Zemo was going to be on this team, which I wasn't sure if he was going to be, because
he's leading it from the shadows. I don't know. He's more hands-on than that. I don't think he would be in the shadows.
Yeah, I mean the leader is clearly Yelena. She's clearly the leader.
No. See that's the thing though. From what the video that I saw, they said the leader is actually going to be Bucky. Because when you think about it, and you think of the person that is going around and putting this team together, it's Contessa. So one, why is she in the back? And 2, if she is just the one, she's like the guy in the chair, you know, the one that's putting everything together, telling everybody.
Yeah, she's Amanda Waller.
Why are you? Okay, well, see, that's the thing though. Why is she in the lineup like this though? Because if you compare, you know, apples for apples with Suicide Squad, Amanda Waller's never shown in the actual team lineup. So that was my question earlier. Is this maybe some hint that there's something a little extra in the Contessa that we're going to see moving forward?
Possibility, yeah, a possibility. I can see that, because her character is a SHIELD agent, but I don't remember if she's special.
Was a SHIELD agent?
Well, was a SHIELD agent.
There's no actual SHIELD anymore.
Yeah, was a SHIELD agent.
And actually, that's something else that calls it into question. Like, I know they don't want to do a whole lot because their kids are growing up still, but you know, we know that Hawkeye's wife was Agent Mockingbird. before the current Agent Mockingbird that we met on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So when it comes down to, you know, something all hands on deck, are we going to see her don that persona again and maybe have to come in like one of those people that just has to come in like at the very, very end, or there's this little niche of things that she's perfect to handle, so she has to take off and come back into the fray for all that. There's so much in the MCU, and there's a lot of characters like that can at any time be pulled from, you know, from the bench pretty much to go into the big game. And I like that. I really like that a lot of these characters, how they have them set up. They're just like anybody could be on any lineup at any given time. You never know why.
True. Now, my problem with this is we have a team where there's literally 5 people who do damn near the exact same fucking thing. Like one of the characters' powers is literally doing what you can do. Anything you can do, I can do better. That's literally Taskmaster.
Okay.
Yeah, that's literally Taskmaster. We have 3 super soldiers.
That's useful.
Sure, but we have 3 super soldiers and we got a super soldier spy. It's a bit ridiculous. Like the redundancy is crazy.
You need to send because you can't just send anybody in if you got to send somebody in undercover. And that's basically True. Like when you have to go in and get the lay of the land, that's Yelena's forte, hands down. So that's why she's there. And if she needs somebody that can come in and maybe walk through walls, as they say, and listen without being observed, if they can't have somebody in the room, that's perfect for Ghost. So yeah, useful powers, but I think all of them have useful powers. They all have this certain little niche that they fit. Honestly, the one that I'm thinking is going to be the most problematic is Red Guardian, because he just don't know how to shut the hell up and stay on task.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I don't need you going down memory lane asking about Captain America every 2 seconds.
Exactly. Especially him on the team with 2 Captain Americas.
Oh my God.
Yeah, 2 Captain Americas. You got one Captain America who's going to be the lamest of all of the other super soldiers.
I don't think he's going to give a fuck about John, because John to him was never in the big show. But Bucky, he's going to know Bucky. So he's going to be talking Bucky's ear off, and Bucky's going to be wanting to take that vibranium arm, just put it straight through his skull.
Yeah, every squad's got the super soldier, and Ghost. Every squad's got that. So
they're all different levels of super soldier, though, and I think that's where the nuances come.
That's like what? That's like the Flash. What was it Flash season 3 where they had like 8 speedsters on the team?
30 Flashes, yeah, exactly. Yeah. All of them have different specialties of speed.
Yeah, there's a YouTube. What is his name? Mondo V Movies, I think is his channel. Nando. Nando. Yeah, Nando. He literally just dropped a Thunderbolts like fan cast, what he would do with the team, and it was. I watched it last night. It was absolutely amazing.
He's been dropping a lot of fan casts over the past few months.
Absolutely amazing, and I hope they'll add.
Some of them I don't agree with.
Oh yeah. It's hit and miss, but that Thunderbolts one was just crazy how he just knocked that out of the park, and then we get.
I gotta go watch that one. I haven't checked it out yet.
And Feige gives us this. I was like, God damn it! But no, his team was good. He had Zemo. He had Songbird. Like he combined the original sort of heroes as villains and the sort of Suicide Squad version in a very good way. He had Red Hulk kind of in the story. It was interesting.
This is also just the first lineup. We know that all of these teams, cycle a lot of different people through at different times. So, we could see.
Hopefully, that's the case. But I know how Marvel is when they show us an image like this. They're like, this is who we're focusing on, type shit. So, we'll see. I'm interested to see what the villain is going to be. Yeah. Maybe they're fighting Mandarin's daughter. What was her name? I don't remember her name. Shang-Chi's sister.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. We do gotta bring that back, because she's basically taking over the Empire now. Mm-hmm.
So they could be doing something with that. They could be doing something with Power Broker. I don't fucking know.
Oh yeah, there's definitely going to be some shit going down with the Power Broker. Honestly, I feel like that's who is actually giving Contessa her orders. Because somebody is pulling all this shit together, and Sharon's got the know-how, and she's got that pardon in her back pocket now, so she can really move across the U.S. now.
That's a good point.
Just opened up so many more things for her.
That's a very good point. And
also, I know a lot of people were mad when it happened, but I am here for villain Sharon Carter. Pull that shit out like that. That is almost a perfect character twist to put in there. Like, okay, you know what? Aunt Peggy taught me this, and that. However, the world has fucking changed since then, and there's some other shit going down, and there's more money over there.
Yeah, it was weird how we got there, but but I'm kind of interested in it, to see where they go with that.
Her persona now.
Yeah,
because not everybody was able to, fall back on something like, having Tony Stark as your secret friend, or having, how many different resources that were already set up around the world for you to fall back on. She didn't have all that. So she literally had to.
And she got left behind too.
Yeah. She got left behind. So she was like, you know what? Fuck y'all too.
Yeah. Because everybody was either dead or doing other shit. So she's like, she got screwed. Yeah, That's true. She definitely got the short end of the stick.
It's going to be interesting if she ends up being like, the one that's behind the job. I mean, and she could also be tag teaming with Zemo. Because, this whole setup is up both their alleys, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. And like I said, certain things we didn't get. We didn't get no Guardians 3. I'm still surprised. I think they're still working on the special effects and stuff.
About that just yet, though?
I mean, well, the holiday special is coming out pretty soon. They didn't mention that.
Yeah, the holiday special is coming up. This is going to be like the last round for this this Guardians cast, though, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know.
No, nothing about.
And Gamora is still missing in action, so I don't know where Gamora is.
Yeah, Gamora's still.
Honestly, I'm more interested in just her than the whole rest of them. I did watch the little clips that they did of Groot on Disney Plus. There's like 5 little, short clips that they have of him and his misadventures.
Yeah, how was that? I didn't watch it. Nothing about Blade. They're still working. Okay, they're still working on Blade, so
good. They need to keep working on Blade. I don't want to see anything too early. They need to make sure that thing is airtight.
I agree. I agree with that. Nothing about Shane.
Agatha.
Yeah, nothing about Agatha. Which what is that? Winter of next year. So we'll see.
And also, it's Agatha. If you're just giving us a prequel story, that's kind of lame. Do better.
Right. Yeah, it's just gonna be her hanging out in the town, and she's just like PTSD. Like I used to do something, right? I don't know.
I think she's low key faking it. I think we're gonna find that she's not under anybody's spell.
Does the spell?
I could be wrong on that.
Does the spell break once Scarlet Witch is dead? Allegedly.
See, we don't know. We don't know. That's the thing with some of Scarlet's magic, and they only hinted at it a little bit in Multiverse of Madness. Sometimes she could have just a quick thought, and her magic reacts before she even really knows what happened. Like that's why things can go so hinky with her so quickly if she's not careful. So I don't know. I feel like something to do with Agatha, she would have like set in stone, so nothing can be messed with it. But Agatha is a lot more knowledgeable on magic than her. Like she's literally had centuries.
Yeah, she's had centuries.
Her craft. That's why I don't think she's completely under the spell that she was left. That Scarlet thinks she was left under.
Yeah, that was such a random one, but we'll see. Yeah, that's such a random one, but we'll see. And what was the other thing? Nothing about the new Spider-Man trilogy that they said is coming. Nothing about Deadpool, which they're really dragging this. Yeah, they dragging this Deadpool shit out. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about that too, and I think they're doing that probably because Ryan's only going to let them curb him, a certain amount before he really starts kicking back, and he just decides to leave the project, and that's what they don't want because they can't. I really don't think they can successfully do Deadpool without him.
Not right now. Maybe in another
they have
20 years.
They have to keep him on board and make. I mean, and they can make it work. It really wouldn't be hard. They just need to pay attention really and read the room correctly. Echo. They said a little bit about. I'm I don't know if I'm really interested in that show though.
I'm not, but
as a
if
whole
we get
concept in general,
if we get enough,
I'll watch it to see what it is.
I'm watching it for D'Onofrio as Wilson Fisk, so
yeah, pretty much.
that's what I'm watching it for.
He's the draw.
Yeah, they
Definitely
say he's gonna have a bandage.
Yeah, his eye. Yeah, a lot of people thought he died. Like, nah. That was a scene straight out the comics. Yeah,
which I did not know, but yeah, then I saw the panel. I was like, oh, okay, okay, I see what y'all doing. I see what y'all doing. And what was the other thing that I was? Oh yeah, nothing about the X-Men, which I knew we weren't.
I don't.
I had a feeling.
Think about them.
Yeah,
nothing solid anyway for at least another year. Honestly,
I don't like
rumors and fan casting.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't think we're getting because there was those other movies that weren't announced and other stuff that weren't announced. They still haven't announced. I don't think we're getting any X-Men projects till after Secret Wars. I think the X-Men might pop up, but I don't think we're going to get a full movie till after this.
Yeah, we might see one or two of them cameo in something, just like as a background character, not even really as a main character. But yeah, I don't think we're going to get any actual X-Men property for another 2 years at least, bare minimum. And that's if they can fit something else in, because the next 4 years are kind of pretty booked up already.
Right. So yeah, they didn't fill in the blanks on this, which I was hoping they would have, but they didn't. So they'll save it for something else.
Yeah, they'll do some huge like expose about fantastic forecasting once it comes up.
Yeah, but yeah, that was D23. Pretty solid event. I think it was pretty solid event. So we're gonna wrap this up. If you had a favorite announcement, what would have been your favorite announcement and or panel? Well, I guess announcement.
Favorite announcement? Let's see. I guess just the things I'm looking forward to mainly, more so on the Disney Plus side, and that's Hocus Pocus and Willow.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like seeing what is coming up next in the MCU timeline. But like you, the main heavy hitter things that I really wanted to see, they aren't announcing just yet. So
yeah,
that's why I said we got to chill with some of these events that come up. We can't have our expectations up there, or we just keep getting let down.
But that's how people make their money, though. The speculation market is that's how the people make their living.
Very true.
So it's a hustle. But for me, I guess favorite seeing Tales of the Jedi being a real thing was dope, and I guess the leader coming back, because that kind of just surprised the fuck out of me.
That was really cool. I'm glad they're tying him back in. I really am.
Yeah. And low key, my favorite moment was hold on, let me find it. I've shown it already, but there it is. This photo here was definitely my favorite moment. That was nice. That was so nice.
Right, like think about it, man. The first time they worked together, Data was a freaking child. Man.
Yeah.
And now they're both two old men. Just hanging out. Look at that. That's so awesome. That's really crazy. So awesome.
So yeah, but
actually, no, I'll change that. My number one is just seeing the tears and the whining about the Little Mermaid.
Mermaid.
Just shut up. Take this beautiful melanated singing mermaid and go screw yourself. You be alright.
Yeah. This is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous, but hopefully that movie will be good. I got to see most of the rest of the cast.
Perfect.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Because it's exactly what it is. Cool now. It's a trend to just be a dissent about everything.
Every fucking thing. It's fucking annoying.
Like, bruh, come on, man, stop it. Just why are we like this? Why? It makes no sense, but it makes a lot of money, so I guess to them it makes sense.
And they'll be crying, and then this movie will make a fucking billion because Disney is people just love these fucking live action remakes. So
it absolutely is going to. Surprisingly, every last one of these things have made at least $1 million.
Yeah, they've been hitting out the park. Like, goddamn. So I knew we was in trouble when Beauty and the Beast did so well. I was like, fuck. And then Lion King came in, and it was like, oh my god.
And I was like, I mean, it wasn't bad, but it could have been better.
Yeah, the only ones I watched were Jungle Book, Aladdin, and I think that's it.
Which Jungle Book was actually
the one with Jon Favreau? That was the
one that
Jon
Favreau did. Okay, that's
what
I thought. Yeah, the one that Gollum did is separate.
Yeah, that was Warner Brothers. Yeah, that was Warner Brothers. Which they were supposed to come out that same year, but Warner Brothers was like, "Nah, we not.
Nah, we ain't gonna do that." They knew better.
I think they waited like a year or two, a year and a half to release it.
Yeah, they held it for a little while.
Yeah, that was weird how that happened. But yeah, so that was D23. Solid events. We're gonna wrap this things up. AK, let the people know where they can find you.
Well, usually I am on Sunday evenings for a watch along for House of the Dragon. I'm not feeling that well, so I don't think I'll be doing it tonight, but I will be back tomorrow on my channel around 9:15-ish, and we'll talk about the episode, and I'll be with Lady D and Meeks as always, and we will have another special guest rolling through. If you want to find out who that special guest is, you're gonna have to show up and join the combo. So that's what I got coming up. Let's see, Tuesday, I believe I'll be on with Phantom D Saints and DJ 11.
Now here this nigga. Here this motherfucker come right now. Here he come right now.
How we wrapping up?
Come right now. We wrapping up. Alex. God damn it, Alex.
This is the outro, Alex.
What's going on, brother?
Going on here?
My bad.
Listen, you good, bro?
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Just interrupted my whole outro.
Listen. Just call me Aquaman because I left no one dry.
Oh my God!
Really? We back on that again?
That's what we doing. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm great. AK, if you have to go, I guess I'll stick around a little bit with Alex. But if don't feel obligated to stick around if you need to go.
Yeah, no, I can chill for.
Okay, all right. How you doing, Alex? How you feeling?
No, Alex is the homie. I can't leave when he show up.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm good. Like, I'm sorry I'm late. There was a disturbance that I had to take care of. But
nothing wrong with that.
To be here with you guys.
That's real life. So yeah. So I guess we can run it back. God damn it. So yeah, that was some Disney announcements. Yeah, the whole hour and 42 minutes. Don't worry about it. We'll run it back. So there was some Disney announcements. Did you hear about? Okay, we'll do clip notes. How you feel about Mufasa prequel? You excited?
No.
About it?
That was one of the wasted things they announced at D23. So
nothing. That didn't get you excited.
Who asked for that?
No, I mean, like I remember being excited for the live action Lion King, and honestly, aside from it being live action, it didn't really give me that nostalgia feeling like the first one. Right. So anything that they do with Lion King now, if it's not an original story, I really don't care. Mufasa, a prequel to Mufasa, one of the lions of the kingdom, I'll pass.
It's not like it's Black Panther, but with actual panthers or actual lions. So I don't know. I don't know what the hell they're doing with that one. All right. Little Mermaid. How you feeling about that?
So I like the trailer. But the moment we hear Haley sing, I was like, holy, like something hit in my stomach. I was like, whoa, like
yeah.
Soul. Voice.
What were you saying, Brogi?
I said soul. She got soul.
Yeah. Like it was good. I got a little teary eyed. I mean, I was not. I didn't. I mean, my sister liked The Little Mermaid growing up, so I barely watched it. I remember watching the movie and then also watching the TV show when there's this.
That was a TV show.
I forgot about
if you guys don't remember back, the old 90s baby shouldn't remember. There was an actual network called Toon Disney.
Yeah.
Toon Disney, yeah.
The Princess, wasn't it the Princess Power Hour? It was her in the Aladdin.
It was like
Jasmine,
Toon Disney, Zoog Disney before we got Disney XD and all that other bullshit. But yeah, she was on that. They had a segment on Toon Disney where they would play Little Mermaid, the original Hercules, and a lot of other like different shows. Aladdin was a TV show as well. So to
Mhm.
see her
Tarzan.
become live action, and we see Haley take on this role, I
I'm
was
here
like,
for it.
yo, I can't wait to see it. I try to reach out to her management to get her on the show, so stay tuned for that if I can get her on the show.
Hell yeah, get that.
Good luck with that one.
Right,
You
good
get
luck.
it. That's yeah, because you about to blow
Y'all
up.
didn't know, Alex be playing humble, but Alex is the man out here. Okay, so y'all go check out his channel, man. Support our boy.
Get them interviews. Hell yeah.
Right, it's not like it'd be the first time you got somebody big on there. Stop playing bashful. Cut it out.
I try.
You gonna take these flowers, sir?
We're gonna give you these flowers.
Well,
you will enjoy them.
Usually when we do this AK, we normally can see you. What's going on?
I know. I told you I'm not feeling that good.
Still under the weather.
Oh, okay.
I'm a little under the weather, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And my internet's trash. That's why I'm not on camera. So it's just be the playback will just be.
I don't like being on camera no more.
No, I'll be because my internet is trash. If the playback is just me like shitty stop motion because it's like a frame every like 5 seconds. So it's like no. I've learned my lesson. This internet is not worth it. So we got Indiana Jones 5. They didn't show anything, which pissed me off, but hopefully it'll be good. How you feeling about?
Fingers crossed, it's a better story.
I'm like, it's funny. I was just about to say what AK just said. Fingers crossed, because like I love the originals. At first when I watched Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, I hated it. Right, so it's funny. Before D23, I think about two weeks before, I watched it again, and aside from Shia LaBeouf swinging on vines,
on the vines, yeah, that was trash. I still hate that.
It's a pretty decent movie. Like
the CG didn't hold up on some of it. Yeah.
It did.
No.
Like, I didn't believe that they were really using a snake as a rope to climb out of quicksand.
Rope.
Yeah, like it was. But I would say it was a pretty decent movie. I am interested to see where they take it. Obviously, Shia is not going to be in this one.
Think Shia's going to come back. I
wonder who they're going to cast as his son though. Because that was a big thing in the last movie. Like, you have a son and you knew nothing about it. You know,
he's right there.
And it ended with him supposed to.
His son is right there.
Wow.
It ended with him supposed to have been getting back with baby mama. So like, why is she not in the movie? Where's she at?
I hope she's there, but we don't know.
I hope so too.
They got Matt Nicholson once again as a Nazi. And they're saying Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character is supposed to be his goddaughter. So, yeah, we'll see. Allegedly, there's like some time. Yeah. Allegedly, there's some time travel. That was just a rumor, though, so we don't know. Like he's like going back to World War II to bump into his younger self or some silliness. I don't know, but we'll see. It's supposed to be like
that in the Indiana Jones setting.
I mean, we had aliens in the last one, so fuck it, you know?
Yeah, but they did it right though. They were aliens in a magical Aztec tomb. That works.
Yeah.
Wait, during the stream, I'm just curious. Did Cuba jump on here?
No, he didn't. He just said hi.
No, he just popped in to say what up.
Yeah, he just said hi. He was a little busy.
Oh, okay. That's hilarious.
Yeah, no, he just said hi. He was, but I guess he was, behaving or whatever. I don't know. So we can skip like we can go to the Star Wars stuff. Anything in the Star Wars thing you want to talk about, Alex?
The only thing that really piqued my interest really was I'm already on board for Andor. They didn't really show us anything that we haven't already seen. I just want to see the show now. But that Mandalorian season 3 trailer, I was like, oh, okay. Like I want to see. Like it looks like this is about to be like a Mandalore face-off against all the Mandalorians. So I want to see what that outcome looks like. And I want to see who's with him, who's against him. Last time we saw Mando and Bo-Katan in the same room, there was that challenge of she wanted the Darksaber. Now we may see some smoke. So I want to see that. I want to see that conflict if we get to that conflict. But
you got Bo-Katan, you got the guy he fought in Boba Fett, the heavyset guy. You got who else? Moff Gideon. So yeah, there's a bunch of other people who could be coming up for that blade.
Yeah, so I'm curious. I'm more so excited for Mando 3. I'm like I said, I'm on board for Andor. I can't wait to watch it. My only criticism about Andor, they're not bringing K2SO, the droid from Rogue One.
Did not?
Nah, he's not in it at all.
Oh, that's weird. How do you drop? That's weird. That was like one of the big things with that whole movie was that robot.
Yeah, because he was hilarious. He was my favorite part of the whole movie, or favorite character in the whole movie. So
yeah.
But I want to definitely see what they do with Andor. We know he's gonna die eventually, so that's why.
Yeah.
See,
most of them is dead. Yeah.
Right at this point, because I think like the Mandalorian takes place 5 years after Return of the Jedi, so we know that in present day, most of these shows, these characters are dead potentially. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yep. Now we got Tales of the Jedi, which that's the thing I'm looking pretty forward to, along with Mando, just to see young Dooku and Qui-Gon.
Nah.
Ah, come on, that looks dope. I'm excited for that.
It gives me Clone War vibes, but no,
yeah.
I hate it.
The Clone War movie or the cartoon?
The cartoon.
What?
I hated the movie, the cartoon movie and the cartoon. Like
wow.
Because if you watch the cartoon movie and then you watch episode 1, season 1, it's like that movie never happened. Like you notice they don't really address, aside from Ahsoka Tano being the Padawan of Anakin.
Right.
All of the events that happened in that movie didn't really play out in the show. Really.
See, I never watched the movie, so I don't have that problem. So
yeah. So but but I will say Rebels is dope. The Bad Batch is trash, but Rebels is dope.
I didn't finish Bad Batch. I've heard mixed things about Bad Batch, but I started it. I thought it was okay. But season 2 is coming back. Bad Batch.
You're not missing anything.
Oh, okay. All right.
Damn.
All right. Damn. All right. But now I've heard that too. What was another thing? Black Panther video game with Captain America. Just random as hell, but I'm all for it.
What I'm disappointed in, and I knew this was not going to happen because it's technically not fully Disney. But what I'm disappointed in that announcement is that we didn't get an announcement for Marvel Spider-Man 2. But I kind of knew that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
Or Wolverine. I kind of knew that wasn't going to happen because those are Sony projects. And I get it. Marvel owns the license to those characters. However, those are Sony exclusive projects. They're not. It's not going to be on. It's not going to be on every platform unless you have a PlayStation 5. So I kind of understand that, but to the Marvel game that they announced, I knew that a Black Panther game was coming out, but I kind of feel like he should have got his own game. Why are we getting Black Panther and then
it's not even like T'Challa Black Panther? It's like his great grandfather or something.
Right.
I think this is a separate game. I could be wrong, but yeah, because there was that announcement about a Black Panther game and customizing and all that. Maybe it was this game they were talking about, but who knows? So, but yeah, I agree with that. I thought the same thing. I'm like, damn, we couldn't get Black Panther by himself. But this cool story is World War II, so it makes sense,
But why would, if this is T'Chaka, why is he?
No, it's a different one.
No,
his dad. It's T'Chaka's dad.
It's T'Chaka's dad.
T'Chaka's dad. Yeah.
Great.
Okay, but my thing is, why would the people of Wakanda the people of Wakanda after, I want to say, T'Challa took the throne is the only time they really integrated with other people outside of their country.
The world.
So why are they teaming up with Captain America and all these other people in World War II?
Well, they got to protect the world.
It's the same reason that there were team ups with Reed Richards in the 60s. Fantastic Four with Black Panther then.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a world war. They got to protect the world. Because if they don't, then Nazis will be at their doorstep. So I guess it's like a preemptive sort of thing.
You know what live action I would actually like to see, and I can't even say live action. I just want to see it because it's never been a thing, and it's probably never going to be a thing. But a while back, someone was thinking up 2 characters that they could put together as team ups for that were both African, and some random catastrophe was happening, and they needed Black Panther needed a backup. They paired him with Zamunda.
Oh shit!
Oh, yeah.
Prince Akeem.
So it was the Panther, and then like those gauntlets that Shuri has.
Yeah.
That he had lion gauntlets, and that's how he went into that. I forget who it was that came up with the comic concept, but that cool. Shit needs to be on the freaking big screen. Like I want that story.
Yeah, because Prince Zamunda can actually fight. If you
he can fight.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he's trained. Right, he's trained for that.
Yeah, that first movie of Coming to America, he was doing backflips and shit.
And somehow it seems like Zamunda was also never touched by the slave trade or any of that hinky stuff from the past. So it kind of makes sense that there probably is a little bit more to Zamunda than we even saw in the movies, because how can you be that self-sustaining in that small of an area with any allies?
They did kind of hint to that in the second one too. So
it's like if ever the MCU really wanted to do something like real original, pull in Zamunda.
Oh yeah,
and I guarantee you they'll get an even bigger turnout than when Black Panther 1 came out.
Oh yeah,
that would be fun. I don't know why that just popped into my head, but I would love to see that team up.
Yeah, because I kind of wanted to see what the people of Zamunda lived like instead of that. All we got to view.
All we saw was the castle.
And but they made it seem like Zamunda is like a huge land, because remember they lived off the land, so they grew their own food. They had their own
and
cattle,
that neighboring country. There's also that neighboring country where the princess was from. That Wesley Snipes was under. So there's a whole lot of lore that can be played with there, man, and nobody's tapping into it yet.
He was the
I wish I had the power to like trademark that shit, because I would totally be in that. Like,
I think Amazon still has the rights. Come on, Amazon, you making that bullshit Lord of the Rings show? Need to be making something else.
Hey,
don't hate on the rings too hard, man. They're doing the best that they can with what they got. They don't have the license to use everything. They don't have the license to use a lot. That's why we don't know if that old guy that's walking around that can't talk yet is Gandalf. I don't think it is, because I don't think they're allowed to use his character.
I will say episode 3 was much better, but
I disagree.
It is moving. Yeah, it is moving a bit slow, but I am enjoying the little.
Except for the ending. The ending was cool.
I like the mystery.
The ending was cool. Funny that everybody was complaining about the Black Elf, and he's like the best character on that whole show so far.
He is, bro.
Because he's actually doing shit. Like, I don't know.
Like, if you assholes don't just calm down and watch the story and then make your decisions from there, it's the whole thing with the Little Mermaid again.
But the clicks,
y'all mad because there's a little bit of melanin in her skin. Shut the fuck up.
The clicks,
please.
Anyway.
Sorry, that was part 2 of that, Alex.
We had.
I went off the first time.
So we had Secret Invasion trailer. How you feeling, Alex?
So, okay. So when I watched this trailer, it took me back to Phase 1.
Phase 1, yup.
Marvel, like that spy espionage,
spy thriller. Yeah.
What the fuck is like? It gave me a reminder of Winter Soldier and a little.
They said that's what they were going for. Yeah, that's what they said they were going for.
And it was actually very impactful. Like I always thought, like, if you're gonna put Nick Fury in Secret Invasion, how we gonna do this? And then when they showed the trailer, I was like, yo, sign me up. Like, I want to watch it now because it looks really good. My only criticism is that last time we saw Nick Fury was in space. But I'm watching this and I'm like, are we looking at Nick Fury or is this a scroll? Because
who knows?
He seems a little bit too real. Like, this dude looks like he's been through it, and I think he's being impersonated. That's why it's called Secret Invasion. I don't know, because like you said, last time we saw Nick Fury was in Far From Home.
Talos. Yeah, it was Talos.
Yeah, it was Talos. Talos and his wife.
But the real Nick Fury was in space, I guess.
Chilling.
Man, he was on vacation.
He was on vacation, bro. That motherfucker was chilling.
But what I didn't understand was, like, they were teasing Sword, but we saw Sword play out in WandaVision. Because now Swords are now, I guess, a private organization. I don't know. Like, I just can't wait to see what they're gonna do.
It's a mess. You're right.
I forgot. Okay, finish up, Alice.
Oh no, I just want to see where it goes.
Yeah, I forgot. I want to see a little more than what they have been giving me of Maria, because I don't know for anyone that's read the source material. Maria is that chick.
Yeah.
Okay, that she is not to be messed with. She is a badass of the highest order,
and Maria
they're
Monica.
not using her well enough. They are not using that, and also that actress, because that actress is really versatile in the roles that she's done also, and we already know she can handle the physicality of being in a fight if it comes down to it, playing Maria. So yeah, I need that. No, I'm not talking about Monica, bro. That's I meant
Maria. Okay.
Maria Hill.
Oh, Maria Hill. Oh, yeah. I'm thinking
not Maria Monica's mom. No.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, yeah, Maria Hill. No, I agree. They've wasted Maria Hill. I think.
Yeah. I hope this is the start of them giving her more to do than just be that supportive role in the background.
Yeah.
Her character is far bigger than that.
Definitely, and to that point in the comics, Maria, mind you, Black Widow had the serum, the super soldier serum, and she was also a trained badass. Like, there's a comic, but I can't remember where it was, where Maria Hill and Black Widow fight, and Black Widow
and Maria whoops her ass.
She gets her ass whooped. Like Black Widow literally has to call a timeout because she's like, what the fuck? Like,
what the she was not expecting Maria to throw them hands like that.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all are not letting Kobe Smulders play this role the way I know she can play that role. Yeah. So Maria. I hope that this is them actually really fully putting her in the game. And when it comes to these fight scenes, they're not just shootouts. Because we've seen her moves with a gun.
Yeah,
she has that. But she legit has hands. And I think they need to showcase that a little bit more.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What was another thing? Yeah, so Armor Wars was announced again. I know everybody was waiting to hear that, but Armor Wars is still happening, as we already said. We got a little more on the Marvels. It's going to focus on all three of the ladies, and they're going to be switching places, and they're trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Sounds wacky, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
The Goose is coming back, which I can, like I said, he could stay gone, but whatever. Not a big fan of Goose.
Wait, who did you say?
Goose, the cat. Remember?
Goose? Yeah, you beefing with Goose.
Yeah.
Bro, he always beefing with somebody.
It's weird. Anyway, waste of time. So, how did you feel about Werewolf by Night? Were you intrigued? Were you confused?
I think Werewolf by Night is going to be trash. But
God damn it! All right,
I saw it and I was just like, for why? Like,
yeah, I get the why. I don't get the why either. But it's here.
You know, I think what Marvel's trying to do, well, not necessarily Marvel, Disney's trying to do, because this was a Disney event. They need content. So I think what they're doing, they're just creating anything that may stick. And, what I realized, Disney doesn't have anything like a Stranger Things. So I think that's where they were kind of going with Werewolf by Night, or even to an extent like Moon Knight and maybe even WandaVision, because they have that strange element to it. Yeah. But I think that's what they're trying to create. They're trying to create something like they're trying to widen the horizons with certain characters and certain things, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But from what was announced at D23 in regards to Werewolf by Night, I'm like, I didn't read the comics growing up. I saw some animations of it growing up, but I'm like, I could really care less about werewolves. Like, they're not. I don't see why they need to be in the MCU at all. But
that's we got vampires coming. Yeah, go ahead.
We got Blade coming, so we got to set the stage for the Monster Hunter team of the MCU, and I think that's what's going to happen with Blade. But just a thought, that New Mutants movie that we never got, that Feige, I think, probably rightfully had that shit squashed.
No, it came out.
Oh yeah, it did come out.
Did it? I think it was. Yeah. They had it on like a very limited engagement.
Yeah, because that was during COVID.
That's right.
I think it's either on HBO Max or on Hulu right now. It's on one of those.
Yeah.
But
that movie sucks.
I think if they want something new to bring in, tag them in. We're pulling in pretty much everyone that from the Netflix shows. I mean, not everyone, but it's kind of already been said that most of those folks are going to show up eventually. This would be one of those things where they could have rolled those characters in a little bit too. But I guess we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. I didn't even think of New Mutants because that was supposed to be like a quote unquote horror movie.
It was supposed to be a horror movie, yeah. So I mean, if they do something along those lines, then try pulling those characters in because they're kind of already set up for it. And also, I feel bad for every actor that was in that movie because the writing on that movie was absolute shite.
Yeah.
And that's what made it bad. It just wasn't a great story overall. They had good people in there, like they had my girl, little Arya Stark in there. Y'all could have done better by her character. Completely wasted.
Yeah,
completely wasted.
She was wasted, and Anna Taylor-Joy's character was like super racist for no reason. It was a weird movie.
Yeah. The way they had things going there, that all around was just a really weird vibe that they gave to those characters, and I didn't like it, and that's kind of why it sucked too. But they could be redeemed, I think.
I know I wasn't here earlier for the early part of the stream, but how do y'all feel about the lineup for Thunderbolts?
Oh, we'll get to that. Hold on.
I was gonna say
that was the last.
Got beef with everything.
That was the last thing.
Okay.
But Captain America, I remember you was excited about Captain America: New World Order. So how you feeling about the leader being like the main bad guy?
I think this is going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
I saw some. So I had a friend of mine. He went to D23, and somehow, some way, he got into that panel. And he said when he got into the panel, and he saw when they were announcing the Marvel stuff. He said that the way Kevin Feige was talking was that New World Order is going to be a mixture between Civil War, Winter Soldier, and a John Wick movie rolled into one. And I was
come with that action, then.
Yes, we're gonna get a lot of action.
That's a tall order.
I was like, what?
I'm here for that.
I was like, what the hell? So I was like, I can't wait to see it. Now, what I'm very interested in seeing is how the world is reacting to Sam as being Captain America.
Yeah.
I want to, not the Avengers. I'm talking about the planet that we live on. How do y'all feel calling a black man Captain America? So I just want to see if they're going to address that. And honestly, I kind of want to see how Sam feels taking on that role, because that's
I mean, we got a little bit of that in the show, but because he was struggling with it, then he took it. So
yeah, he was, but I feel like how the world was so welcoming when we got John Walker as Cap.
Oh yeah. Are we gonna get the marching band and all of that? Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna happen with Sam. I want to see how Sam reacts to that. That's why
I think they're going to play it exactly the way they played it in the comic, and he is going to have a lot of adversity to deal with.
Yeah. So I'm very interested, but I will say the premise of what my homeboy was telling me looks amazing, and if they do that, especially that John Wick action in this movie where everyone's moving super fast, a lot of gunplay and weapon play and hand-to-hand combat, oh my god,
give me that spy action movie. And again, that's perfect to roll Marie Hill's character in on that also, because if you need another fighter on the team, she's right there.
Do you think Bucky is going to be in the movie? Because I kind of feel like he doesn't need to be in the movie.
I kind of feel like he can't really do it.
He kind of has to be now.
Kind of has to be.
You think so?
The reason why I say that is because I feel it's because here's the thing: it's called Captain America: New World Order. That has some racial connotation to it, in my opinion.
No, you're right.
And the reason why I bring that up is because. But the last time we see Sam taking on that mantle, Bucky was right there with him. Now, I think Bucky may be maybe 20 or 30. Like we may see him within 20 or 30 minutes in the movie, kind of like how we saw Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield in the last act of the movie, right? But I think that's when we may see Bucky, and that's where we may see Bucky be introduced into the Thunderbolts because something has to happen for that.
To push him.
To push him.
Is it going to be something bad, or is it maybe just he's going to try to branch out? Because we know we got Homeboy coming in to play Falcon. So maybe he just doesn't want to play like third fiddle and wants to go do something else. It doesn't have to necessarily be anything bad.
Yeah. Right. And if for all we know, Bucky may assume a different identity in Captain America New World Order. And
he could be Nomad. I could see him as Nomad.
I mean, is he going to be able to do that though? Like everyone knows his face.
White Wolf.
Oh yeah, White Wolf. I forgot about White Wolf. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant just like like full on like going undercover. A new tag name though.
No. I think he may
adapt White Wolf.
Yeah, I think he may adapt a new moniker because he's still connected to the people of Wakanda. So I'm actually curious. Is there going to be any ramifications of him going to the Thunderbolts because they're not like the evil version of the Avengers per se, but they're like the Suicide Squad, but not
to go anywhere near Wakanda. Is Bucky gonna do that though? That's another element of really won't he? I think they could play with him.
Right. Like they're like the Suicide Squad, but they're not considered bad people, to be honest, aside from Taskmaster.
With this lineup,
technically not even Taskmaster, because in the comics, Taskmaster, everybody goes and trains with Taskmaster because he's literally one of the best fighters, the most elite fighters in the whole pantheon. Like the villains and the heroes go and train with him.
Yeah, and but we talking MCU Taskmaster. It's a guy. Yeah, we talking MCU Taskmaster.
She hasn't been set up yet. We don't know what she's been doing since she's been out of the fog. So maybe she is that.
But I think though we're getting a different Taskmaster. I don't think we're getting that.
No, they already said it's going to be the same one. It's already confirmed to be the same one.
I had sir.
And he had the same reaction, and I'm gonna say the same thing.
I had hope just like you, but no.
I'm gonna say the same thing. Look, we don't know. We don't know where this woman is going to go from here. Okay, she was under mind control the whole damn time we known her.
Yeah,
she might be a little different now. Okay, give it a chance. Give it a chance.
See, my problem with that is that Taskmaster beat the Avengers.
We know.
How are you struggling with Black Widow in her own movie?
Because okay, hold on. Again, MCU Taskmaster, like y'all just said, Taskmaster ain't going up against the Avengers. So no, you can't pull that into account.
That's true.
Just saying. We gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see. Don't let the emotions get you yet, Alex.
Yeah, you're right. Because I can't. I mean, it's not like we can prejudge it beforehand.
No, we don't know what she's gonna be. Of course you are. That's what you are.
I'm judging.
Two people on the floor whooped his own Taskmaster's ass. You got Elena and her father.
Goodness.
I'm judging. I damn sure I'm judging. But you're right, Elena. You're right. Red Guardian and Elena whooped her ass. Yeah, and then she's just hanging out with him. Yeah, that's kind of funny.
I just noticed the caption. These people all do the same.
Right. They don't all do the same thing because you cannot put what's his name, Red Guardian, into a spy situation like you could Yelena.
But they're both all super soldiers with super strength. That's what you mean by that.
And technically, she's not a super soldier. She's just trained very well how to fight.
Yeah, she's
unless something comes up, and I really, really think the MCU needs to address it. The Red Room, they are all supposed to be super soldiers. They do have a form of serum in their blood, which is another reason I thought they could have done a lot more with Tasha's character because she's not the age that she looks. And there's a whole lot that can be played with her past, but they did the shitty writing that they did. So now we're kind of stuck in a corner there, but it can still work out with Yelena. And actually, I really like that Yelena is on this team because she's a fun Black Widow. I mean, I love Tasha.
I like her on the team too.
But I really like that Yelena is who, baby sister comes in to take her spot. Because the girl's got skill, and I think she's a tad bit more witty than Natasha. So and also she's a smart ass, and she has absolutely zero fracks to give on anything. We saw that in Hawkeye. She was one of the best parts of Hawkeye.
That was like the only
one of the only things that I liked.
Only best part in Hawkeye.
Yeah. So I'm very much looking forward to anything that connects Yelena in. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm not digging this team, but my only thing is if this is gonna be sort of like Feige's, as I said with AK, like if this is gonna be Feige's sort of Suicide Squad, you can't out James Gunn. You know what I'm saying? Like if this is gonna be, I need it to be rated R. Or
so is Thunderbolts announced as a movie or is it announced as a Disney Plus series?
No, I believe is it a movie? I thought they were doing a show first. Okay.
It's a movie.
Okay. If you said Disney can't outdo James Gunn, I think this would be a perfect.
This is actually the movie that could show they could if they do it right.
For Taika Waititi.
Oh God,
yeah.
no!
I think this would
be
Taika.
I think this would be perfect.
You want Taika to do a serious action spy thriller?
Here's the thing: we said the same thing about the Russo brothers. So I just want to throw that.
And what did they get?
And they gave us all of the best Avengers movies.
Yeah, and Winter Soldier. Yeah. And Taika just gave us Thor Ragnarok. Were you excited about the action in Thor Ragnarok? I mean, not Ragnarok.
Love and
Thunder. Yeah.
He did give us Ragnarok too. He did.
No, the action in Ragnarok was good. I like the action. I like the action in Ragnarok.
There are some questionable moments in Love and Thunder, though. I'll give you that. Overall, it was a decent flick still, though.
Like I stated about Love and Thunder, I think their biggest downfall is that they should have actually shown Gore killing more than just one god. That way we can see him more. Gore seemed more like a creep than he did a badass to me. Like just
they didn't show the proper setup.
Right, they were just showing him scaring people. Really, that's it. But the reason why I said that this would be a good pick for Taika. This has nothing to do with Thor, magic, or none of that bullshit. We're giving him a cast of characters that all do arguably different things, and you got to put them in a room together for them to work together. I think that's going to be comedy gold. I think that's going to be action gold. And I think Taika, if he had some good producers with him, maybe another director with him to do this project, I think this would be great. I think it would be we don't know who's directing Thunderbolts yet. I
think there's a name, but I'm not sure.
James Gunn did say that after Guardians 3, he's done with Marvel. If Marvel really wanted him to come back, hey man, we got Thunderbolts. You doing Suicide Squad?
Nah, they're not gonna have him come back for that. Nah, they're not gonna have him come back for that.
He's
doing Peacemaker.
He ain't gonna get that petty.
Oh, he will. I know he will.
I wouldn't put it past him.
I wouldn't put it past him either.
Let's keep in mind, even though that Suicide Squad movie was amazing, it didn't do well in theater.
Pandemic.
That's true.
And that was because of the pandemic. So I'll give it that. So if you were to put that movie out and there wasn't a pandemic, I think it would be arguably doing really well at this point, right? But I promise you, if Kevin Feige got in a room with James Gunn and say, hey man, you have free reign with these characters. Just do whatever you want to do, like you did with Suicide Squad.
True.
You might come back.
But you know what James Gunn wouldn't have did? He wouldn't have did no shit, but he would have had 5 of the same people with the same powers. James Gunn would have went crazy. Look at this lineup. We got friggin' Man. We got Man-Thing. We got Boomerang. We got a damn Ghost Rider. Crossbones.
What you're looking at is, and I agree with you. You're right. He probably wouldn't have picked.
He would have got some crazy ass shit. He would have just was like.
What you're looking at is that these people, you're right, have the same power. They kind of do the same function, right? But what you're not looking at is the fact that those people have very different personalities.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
there's places that some of them fit where others don't.
Yeah,
exactly. Like I guarantee John Walker's gonna be the one that's gonna be the butt of every joke.
Because he's still a dumbass.
He's gonna like everybody on that team can whoop his ass, and he's supposed to
be a super soldier.
I bet you they're gonna try to make. He's gonna think he's the leader. Nah, bruh.
Oh,
nah,
you know he
bruh.
is. You know he is.
Now, AK thinks Bucky's going to be the leader. I think Yelena's going to be the leader, or at least by the end of the movie, Yelena's going to be the leader.
I'm pretty sure I heard that it was going to be Bucky leading it. I mean, I could have misheard.
But he could be.
That's the gist of what I got.
But Bucky's been kind of shying away from that leadership role. So
if it isn't him, then yeah, I totally could see Yelena doing that. She knows exactly what the hell she's doing in this fight.
I feel more so Yelena, because here's the thing, and I didn't say this earlier. I feel this more with Yelena leading. I think Bucky's going to be in Thunderbolts, but not for long.
Mm-hmm.
Bucky's in a.
Do you think maybe he's undercover?
I think he might be infiltrating them, possibly. Yeah. Because Bucky's an Avenger. Bucky is an Avenger.
Exactly. That's why I was surprised he was in this lineup. It doesn't make sense to me.
I didn't consider that, but
if he's undercover,
he's a mole.
That fits.
Yeah.
Right, I think Thunderbolts, because I think Thunderbolts that happens in Phase 5, not 6, right?
Yeah, it's the end of 5.
Yeah, end of 5. Going into
that's
6.
What's going to set up what our Avengers are going to look like, because like the Thunderbolts is essentially a response team, all of your derivative characters from the comics. But I don't think Bucky's too big of a name out of that lineup that we know the most. I don't think he's going to be a Thunderbolt that long. I don't really think so. Now, if he decides to stick with the Thunderbolts, then that's fine. But I wonder how the Avengers are going to feel like other heroes operating in their same universe, but they're addressing criminals and things of that nature, but in a way that they don't see fit. Like I don't see now. I will say the Avengers. They do kill people. We've seen Iron Man kill people. We've seen Captain America kill people. So I don't really think that's the issue. I think, though, with the Thunderbolts, they kill people just because. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
So if they're not going to put you in jail. They're literally just going to snap your neck. That's the first move. So that's why I think that's where that conflict's going to be. But again, I don't think Bucky will be a Thunderbolt for long. But then again, I could be wrong. He might be the leader.
Yeah,
I like the idea of him as the mole for like whoever's in charge of the Avengers or whatever. Like maybe Sam, maybe he's doing it for Sam because it is the government essentially, and he's like you're Captain America. They're doing this shady shit behind your back, so I could see that. That's
like I could see either him or Yelena doing that honestly, because I mean Yelena don't really care about doing some shady shit if she has to, but she isn't all around evil. You know,
right?
And I think she might get roped in to this because, like how we saw at the end of Widow, where what's his name was being blamed. Hawkeye was being blamed for Natasha's death. I think she's probably getting roped into it, but she's gonna sort out what's what eventually. And I think she's another one that I can't see like rolling with them and actually believing in whatever cause they might have at the time. I don't know. It just she's just not an overall bad person like that. So I don't know.
She's not. Yeah,
we'll see how they play it though.
And to that point, like after we saw her from Hawkeye, like she like I feel like it was only logical for her to be on the Thunderbolts because there is no other mission. Her one mission was to kill Hawkeye. She didn't kill Hawkeye,
and that was it, right?
You know, that she learned the truth. So after that,
she learned she got lied to.
Right. What do you do with that character? Now, the funny thing, the person that lied to her is recruiting her on the
exactly. Like that's what I'm looking like. Hold on, wait.
Exactly.
How is she really going in there?
Yeah.
To do these bad deeds and not like feel bad about it, because we've seen she absolutely feels remorse when it comes to things. So I'm questioning why she is on this team. I mean, it's fitting that she would be, but I still got questions.
And now that I think about it, like Taskmaster is in this team, and they tried to kill Yelena and her damn dad. Yep. And now you won't work with the person that tried to kill you. Like,
it's a lot of volatility on this.
This is gonna be crazy.
Feige, you got some explaining to do, bruh.
Well, he said
we need to know why these people are here.
Yeah, he said at the panel.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, he said at the panel that he's like, the team is messed up when Bucky is the most well-adjusted member of the team, which is a funny line. Yeah.
Right.
Funny line.
Because we've seen Bucky's therapy sessions.
Right. Yeah. This is going to be interesting because everyone arguably has had a past with one another. And the person that put them together essentially lied to all of them and tried to get them killed. And this is going to be hilarious.
I'm really wondering how Bucky is going to handle being on the team with discount Captain America over there.
Well, they kind of made up at the end of this show.
He don't like that guy. He don't like that dude.
Yeah. Mr. Walker.
So how is this gonna pan out?
Yeah, this is.
I also just realized that 3 of these people have shields, indestructible shields. So get ready for that.
Wait, will John Walker have a shield?
Yes, John Walker.
Yes,
because if I remember correctly, they gave him a gun.
Yeah, no, he made his own shield.
Oh, he made his own.
Right. Oh yeah, that shit.
And I believe Red Guardian, if I'm not mistaken, had a shield. I don't know if he's going to have it, but he had a shield. And
Red Guardian had his own shield.
Yeah,
I believe.
Fantastic, fantastic.
When you really start thinking about it, there's some things that don't make sense about this team, and I think that that's probably done very much on purpose because everyone is looking like, hold up, why?
Hope so.
Right.
Because look at the 10 questions that we just came up with while talking through it.
Exactly. Yeah. And my thing is like, who are they fighting that the Avengers can't handle?
Exactly.
And
what is the goal? What are y'all actually going?
What are they trying to get? Yeah.
Right. And I feel like we've been asking that question a lot, in particular in Phase 4. I don't want to go into that same question in Phase 5 because that's where we're supposed to get like an amalgam of Disney Plus and movie stuff at the same time. By the way, I noticed, I don't know if y'all noticed something. Since D23 came out, we have gotten no announcement of any Spider-Man movie.
I said that.
4.
I said that.
Or no, not 4, 5 and 6.
5 and 6, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're saving it.
I think they're saving it because they may have to wait until Sony gets done with their announcement whenever they want to put that out because they have Spider-Man stuff in the works already. Yeah, also.
Yeah, that's true.
Very good point. Very good point. So those are the main D23 things. As I said, I was hoping we were going to at least get the Fantastic Four cast announced so we can get that out of the way, but that didn't happen.
They're holding on to that.
I knew that wasn't going to happen.
They're holding on to that.
That was people was hoping for the X-Men announcement. I knew that wasn't happening. I just needed Fantastic Four.
We're not going to get any lineup on them for at least another year.
I just needed Fantastic Four, but
I did. My friend who was there, they did show another Black Panther 2 trailer. And it's essentially a lot of the same scenes that we saw, but this time you do see Black Panther walking. And he said it looks like there's a woman in the suit, and you don't see who it is, but it looks like there's a woman in the suit, but he can't tell.
It's gonna be Shuri.
He said it. He said it looks like Shuri because of the body type, but there's a scene in the way he described it to me. He said there's a scene in that trailer where I guess the queen is telling her, you need to live out your brother's legacy or something of that nature in your own way. And then that's when it cuts to Black Panther walking and you see it from the leg up. But I don't know, like it could be Shuri. I really do think it could be Shuri, but somebody
it doesn't make any sense to me to make it anybody but Shuri. A lot of people were thinking it's going to be Nakia, but
Nakia doesn't make sense.
I don't like that. It has to stay within their bloodline.
In the first movie, remember, the queen told Nakia to take the heart-shaped herb when they thought T'Challa died.
Yeah.
So that made, and Nakia is a warrior. I thought it would either be Nakia, M'Baku, or I didn't really believe Okoye. I don't really see Okoye leaving the
No,
normalized era.
Okoye, no.
I don't really
I was
she's
fine with
not really
Okoye.
normalized.
Yeah, I would have been fine with Okoye.
But my friend did tell me, he said, this is the multiverse saga, so we may be getting a Black Panther, but it may not be who you think it may be. So
that's it.
I do think they
A lot
probably
of
did.
people.
I do think
Go
they
ahead,
probably
Alex.
did recast T'Challa just from another universe.
See,
that's what I said the last time. And y'all looked at me like I was crazy.
This is a hot topic still on Twitter with the hashtag recast T'Challa.
Absolutely.
I think they have, and they're just letting all of this drama ride out and letting it all build up. And there's going to be some timey-wimey something that happens with somebody in the universe, and that's when we're going to get our new Black Panther. And it's going to be T'Challa, and for some reason, he's not going to be able to get back home, or an incursion will have happened, and his world is destroyed, and he has to stay in the 616, and he's going to be our new King of Wakanda.
I can see that.
I still don't agree with it, but I mean I agree with AK's point. I don't agree with them doing that. Like because when you watch the first trailer, they're acknowledging T'Challa is dead.
Our T'Challa is gone. Absolutely,
is gone. So the fact to bring in another one, I'm like, I don't know.
But it fits though. It fits because that's the thing. The character of T'Challa has so much story still to be told though. So that's why a lot of people want, to have him recast. And if they recast it in this way, I think it makes sense for the movie. And it's still respectful to Chadwick because we all know that was our Black Panther.
Oh yeah.
But unfortunately, he is gone now. That does not mean that the character has to go. However, his version of that character we still honor, and he's gone. But we can still have somebody else come in. I don't think it's impossible to have that because so many great stories revolve around Wakanda and involve the Black Panther character. And again, especially since we're getting the X-Men now, even though I don't like how it ultimately ended up between them, the relationship between Storm and T'Challa was one of the best. In the
I
MCU
think they ultimately got a
together
divorce
for a
or something
while.
like that.
Yeah, because the Wakandan High Council didn't like it because she was a quote unquote outsider. Even though she was a whole ass queen of another whole society in Africa, but okay,
she's royalty technically. Or whatever the fuck.
Right? She's low key married down, marrying him, but okay, whatever. You go ahead and do that. Who else? Who else? What other great match could he have gotten besides Storm? How was she not good enough?
No, I think she was, but it's like, okay, so when I read that because there's like that graphic novel, by the way, is like very long. But the way I interpret it is that T'Challa was about honoring his family and bloodline. When you're a part of the people of Wakanda, when you do something like that kind of disrespects your bloodline, they outcast you. Like that happens in a lot in a lot of cultures, especially
which is so
black culture,
and
even like Asian culture and even Hispanic culture.
Asian cultures especially,
they cast you out. And like to her point, yes, Storm was like a queen, so arguably her where she was from could be considered like Wakanda's rival, but them two being together showed a lot of unity, right? But they didn't. Neither side from where they were from really cared about that. But if you split them up, which they were split up, like who does T'Challa go to at that point? Who does she go to? Because there's really nobody in the universe that can really match their level.
King of Wakanda, queen of her nation, literally Mother Nature.
Exactly.
Where do you go from there?
She's dated down before, so
she had. And so, and
I mean, her and Wolverine used to be a thing.
Yeah, her and Wolverine, her and Forge.
T'Challa's dated down too. I hate it for him.
Yeah,
he's done that. But I mean, I would say though, from Nakia to Storm, that's an upgrade. I think. But
also, I want you guys' opinion on this. How do you feel about how they're doing Nakia? Do you want to see her in the comic persona she becomes, or do you want them to keep her the way she is now?
Who is she in the comics?
She's actually a villain. She ends up being
She's
a villain
right.
because she wants to marry T'Challa, but T'Challa was not on that. He was low key starting to date Storm already, but also he just was not feeling her like that. But they chose to go this romance route with them. I thought something like that was going to happen again, and then that's what would push her into being a villain. But we obviously can't get that storyline now. So how is this going to happen here? Like, she was already hooked up on the outside, running all those secret black ops by herself. So it's real. I was really hoping for it, but I don't think we're going to get that. Sadly,
I don't think we're going to get it, at least in the MCU, because of how she was initially introduced. She was introduced as a spy, and also keep in mind, to that point, Nakia, from what I understand, broke up with T'Challa. Like, that's why in that beginning
in universe right now. Yep.
Yeah, in that beginning scene, they were like, when you see her, don't freeze. And he's like, "What are you talking about? I never freeze."
What happened? She barely said 2 words. He was like, "Oh, Nakia. Hi. Bruh, are we in high school again, sir? We in the middle of the fight."
I would love to see her. I would love to see her develop that.
I would love. She is, and she don't take no stuff, and that's why, like, I could see her going that villain route because something is pissing her off, and she knows she can change it, but she's under these constraints of rules.
Right. Now,
however, if she goes off and does the villain route, she can do that shit and not have no consequences. Really,
I can't see that villain route because of how
the way they built it now. Yeah,
because how they set it up. Like, it seems like her, like, T'Challa's mom and her are like really cool.
Kind of cool, So but now that the son's dead, that's the thing. The son's dead. Maybe the queen starts making some decisions she don't agree with, and that could lead her to probably, breaking ties.
Well, I did read something. I read something today. I think it was on comicbook.com or something, where there could be some interplay between what's the villain of the Namor's people? They're from
Namor, the Atlanteans.
Yeah. They're saying that there could be someone romantically involved with Nakia or somebody in Wakanda. That would cause it. That is another thing that would cause another.
That would cause. Yeah, that would cause a stir.
I can see
that would cause a stir between the people of Wakanda. Because keep in mind, like, for what we understand, the people of Wakanda, like we touched on earlier, do not date or marry.
They don't fuck with the outsiders.
Of that. It was already hard enough for them to welcome the world to Wakanda.
So, do you think it's Namor himself that could be the one? Because he's a heartbreaker.
Well, Namor.
Nah, Namor gonna be on Sue Storm.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's done it before, so
yeah. I don't think Namor is like. I think the Namor we're gonna get is someone who's intentionally trying to kill the people of Wakanda, and then I think there's gonna be a reform. And what makes it more interesting in the comics, Namor is white. In this movie, he's Latino. So
is he? My boy has like elf ears. I don't know.
Yeah, I always kind of took him as an Asian.
I always took him as being more on the Asian side.
Isn't the actor himself Latino?
No, I'm talking about in the comics.
Oh, in the comics. Oh,
yeah. Like, look at how he was drawn back in the day.
Yeah, look at how he was drawn.
His eyes were always drawn a little different.
He is not Caucasian. He might slightly resemble that, but he's not.
That's true. That now that I think about it, that's true. Because because you're right. Because the ears, it kind of makes him look like he's from somewhere.
No, I like the culture that they picked to roll him into because it rolls us into some of our real world mythology, which is exactly the same thing that works with Wakanda. So and it seemed like from one of those trailers, like there was almost like a meeting hub that was placed in Wakanda there that was shaped like one of their pyramids. So there's been a connection all this time. We just don't know what the level of that connection is and what happened to it.
Yep.
Which I hope they cover.
Yeah, and that's what I'm more so interested in, like what that dichotomy is going to be like. So but I
like
can't
what really caused this rift? From what the bits I've heard is that So they're going after Riri because they found out like some program she wrote for people to find vibranium or something brought humans too close to Atlantis, and it either they almost discovered them or they did discover them, and now Namor's rushing to try to like cover it up and stop people from coming into his lands or something, and that's the big battle with Wakanda because Shuri is protecting her. So I don't know what exactly all the nuances around that. I could see that scenario happening because Namor don't like to listen. If he thinks you've done wrong, even if you give him proof, he ain't gonna care about that proof. He just he's mad and he wants to kick your ass.
Yeah, and it's funny that you bring that up because I read that same thing. I also read something that the reason why Namor and his people are upset at the people of Wakanda is because of the fact that the first battle that we saw of Wakanda was Infinity War, where the people of Wakanda were fighting these aliens. They said whatever happened on that battle, the waters under there caused a lot of damage,
a lot of earthquakes,
a lot of earthquakes and stuff. And then they addressed it in Endgame. They were like,
Endgame, it was a
small
earthquake,
nothing much.
Yeah, how are we handling that? Right. That was the Namor teaser right there. Yep.
Exactly. They were teasing that this motherfucker's around somewhere.
Yeah.
And not only that, but that Wakanda knows exactly what that is because you saw Okotie's face. Nat, it's an earthquake under the ocean. We handle it by not handling it because that's not our territory. She just didn't say that part.
Right. So I'm what I read today, along with what AK just said, like that battle they had on Wakanda with all that different aliens and stuff, there was severe damage done to their waters.
Oh yeah.
Which is
I could see that. I could see that.
So which makes sense because in the comic books it's a little bit different, but in the comic books they flooded Wakanda, and that's what I think that's going to happen.
I think we're gonna get that flood.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for at least, and then I want to see them rebuild. But also there's a scene in the trailer that I know we didn't talk about earlier where the Queen is addressing the United Nations.
Yeah.
Why is she there? Yeah, if
because her stupid ass son exposed them. That's why.
Not only that. Go ahead.
I was gonna say real quick, if America's gonna storm Wakanda,
they ain't gonna like the outcome.
I just want to see what's gonna happen. Because like at that point,
like,
I'm
like,
okay.
think you
they did that.
Eric Killmonger was right. He was
I was about to say
like,
they did that in What If. Remember that was an episode of What If when they did that, and it didn't end too well.
Yeah, but go ahead. I'm sorry, but go ahead. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say what you were saying, like, why is the Queen talking there? Well, the Queen needs to tell them something. She has lost her family, members of her family, and now she's going through this extra shit. She's already at one war. There's one war at her doorstep already. She's fully aware. But don't think that you're just gonna come up on my set and you're not gonna get dealt with, okay? So let's stop that right now. But also, I think it's something to take heart because by inheritance it should be Shuri that would be out there that would be next in line to rule, but it's Queen Ramonda. So what happened to Shuri? Like what's going on in between the time? If like I know she's playing ambassador with the program or whatever, but something's going on at home. Any ambassador is going to leave and go home for
I think
like that.
I don't know if it's age.
So does something happen to Shuri and maybe she is kind of dead, but she's only like in the afterlife to try to talk to T'Challa or maybe even to talk to Killmonger I think get some pointers about something? Maybe.
Probably Killmonger.
I think what it is that because remember in the first movie, that scene where the different nations are getting ready to attempt for the mantle of Black Panther, and they ask, does anyone want to challenge? And we see Shuri raise her hand. Everyone gasps because it's not just because it's her sister. This is a little kid. Like
she's still supposed to be
at that point, right? I don't think she meant it. I thought she was just playing at that point.
If you look now, the reason why I bring that up, like now, can you honestly say sending Shuri, who still looks like a little kid, to the United Nations, addressing these people?
Yeah,
like, you think they're gonna take her seriously? Like when in Infinity War, where Shuri damn near like literally put Bruce Banner and Vision in their place, saying, "Why didn't you do X, Y, and Z to offset this thing to take the tone out?"
Yeah.
They were
2 seconds. You could have
like,
had this shit wrapped up. He was like, Banner was like, well, we didn't think about that.
Right, we didn't think about it like that.
You didn't think about it. Okay.
Exactly. So they were like shocked, like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, so I think it was only wise for the Queen to go, because if you do send Shuri to that, like, what do you say? What do you say to a little
especially
girl
with people looking at her like through America's lens? Yeah,
right.
Yeah, you're right.
Send in the Queen. Yeah, you got a point. Yeah, it's like, who's this kid just yelling at us?
Right.
Like, what's the girl? What's the girl that be at the UN that be talking about the environment to be like that, basically? What's that girl's name?
Yeah.
Greta something. Greta Grunberg. Yeah, it'd be basically that.
I don't know.
And they'll be like, yeah, they'd be like, oh, that's adorable. And then they'll just continue to blow shit up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you got somebody with the charisma and the power behind her voice, like Angela Bassett. Yeah, you sit there, you shut the fuck up, and you listen.
Real quick, because I know you said it earlier. I just clicked on the live video of us streaming, and I see the first part of the title says "Woke Little Mermaid Outrage."
Yeah.
Fake outrage.
Because what happened?
No, all these people that are
people just crying about
the Little Mermaid is a beautiful brown girl. Like, y'all, it's popular to be a dissenter about anything now. Like they all this outrage. So they say like, no, I don't think it's real outrage. It's people going with the trend because that's what's going to get them the most views at the time, which is really stupid. And I think just like other Disney live action movies that everyone has supposedly had problems with, it's probably going to make $1 million, $1.5 million, maybe $1 billion, and then everybody's going to shut the hell up. I think
it's going to get $1 billion.
The next thing to be mad out.
Especially if the soundtrack is fire.
Easily. I mean, if not the movie sale, you add in that merchandising and the soundtracks and everything else, easily. This is easy money. Which is exactly why Disney is doing it. I keep telling people, Disney is a business engine. Do not think for a hot second they are not doing what is going to bring them the biggest dollar. And the biggest dollar right now is diversity, whether people like it or not.
AK is absolutely right, because I live in Orlando, and I was when the trailer dropped. I never forget. I drove past this place called Disney Springs. It's a free place anyone can go to. You just got to find parking. They already had the poster for the movie plastered all over the different parts of Orlando. So she's right. They about to start selling merchandise probably next week.
The money is all coming in. The money's already coming in.
Yeah. So she's right. Like with that in particular, I mean, they're already right now selling Black Panther Wakanda stuff, Wakanda Forever stuff, like the different toys and stuff, and we ain't got the movie yet. So like she's absolutely right. When it comes to diversity, they really capitalize on it.
That is where the money is right now.
I will say this: I don't agree with the outrage of anything like that. And people keep saying, "Well, why do you keep casting our different races for certain characters?" Little Mermaid is in international waters. Typically, her dad.
That's what I'm saying. Oh my god!
Like, really, her dad is black. For Christ's sake.
I had.
Well, actually, no, he's Hispanic.
Example
he's Hispanic in this.
He ain't white, so shit.
It don't matter. That's the thing. Okay, House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon. Yeah. People are mad that the character of Corlys Velaryon is being played by a black man with beautiful silver dreads instead of a white guy like they think it is in the book. Well, first of all, in the books, the man is never described. His looks and the looks of his house are never fully described. Yeah, and if you think about some place like Old Valyria, Valyria is in Essos. Essos is a whole mix of colors of different peoples. What doesn't make sense is that people from House Velaryon, or honestly some Targaryens even coming from Valyria, would be all completely white. That is what doesn't make sense.
Right. Right. It's called House of the Dragon.
So people, y'all calm down, right? Like y'all ain't pulling no qualms about these dragons flying around.
No, the dragons are real.
Your biggest issue is there's no way that they can be black, but there's dragons.
Right.
And there's magic.
And
you really worried about this shit?
They're telling on themselves, is basically.
Right. Exactly. Like, just say you're a racist and move on, bro.
Come on,
man.
You know what's so funny? Like, when you watch not the Little Mermaid movies, if you watch the cartoon series, you realize all the Little Mermaid's friends are different
all
races.
Have accents.
She had a black sister. Those were her sisters. She had a black sister.
Or, like, for instance, there's a mermaid, if I remember correctly, her skin color is blue. There's some that are darker. There's some that are like
she has sisters.
They're because Trident he spread his
mind you,
a litany of people look different
in the lore. There's also a very large possibility that Ursula and Triton are brother and sister. So figure that shit out.
Yeah, that's possible. And she's purple. The fuck?
And she's an octopus. How the fuck did this shit happen?
Yeah,
exactly. Man,
well,
y'all mad about a black dude being in a medieval show with dragons and being from the richest family in the land, mind you. That's probably what's really making them upset.
I wanted to address this real quick because I saw this come up too. Someone said when I remember when the trailer came out, someone said, well, if they casted a white person in Wakanda Forever as Black Panther, there'd be a bunch of outrage. And I would say,
because that's.
Oh, sorry. I was sorry. Rightfully so, because Black Panther's from Africa. And it's very important the fact that the Black Panther actually be black.
A black person, yeah.
If you say,
mind you, yes, there are some white folks that are from there. I get it, but that's not this story.
Right.
Yeah, it's not South Africa.
Different from what everybody is trying to say.
It's not South Africa. Yeah, you're right.
The argument is so stupid. Shut up, bro.
It's not South Africa.
It's not South Africa. It's just not.
Yo, but yes, it would be. It's important. The fact that Black Panther be a white man or I'm sorry, not white man. Sorry,
black man. Sir?
It's important that Black Panther be a black man or a black woman.
But shut this damn stream down.
Very important to that story.
Exactly.
Now, if you say to me they make a white version of Static Shock, I'd be mad. Yes, but then again, it's important that Static be black because of the fact that Static. His blackness is what
that was a part of his character.
Wait, white people don't grow up in the hood? Is that what you saying, Alex? White people don't grow up in the hood? You saying white people don't grow up in the hood, Alex?
No, it's not that.
That's racist.
It's not that. It's just that Static was saving people in the hood. Like Static didn't branch out to the main city. Like, for instance, Static's character is a very smart dude in the hood. You barely saw Static outside the hood unless he was going to school.
Yeah.
So. Like he was saving people in the hood. It only became outside the hood when it became mainstream. But if you read those milestone comic books, the milestone comic books, they were like, "Yo, my brother, I got you." Like Richie wasn't even a thing, you know.
Right? That was for the cartoon. Yeah, that was for the cartoon.
That was for a cartoon.
Well, he was there, but he wasn't. He was added a little bit later.
Exactly. Yeah. So, like for me, certain characters that we have, like our Statics, our Black Panthers.
Yeah, there are some characters that can't be changed, and I understand that.
Now, I'll be fine with like Cyborg being white. I give a fuck about that. Like, make him white. I don't care. Crazy. Now but I still like the fact that he's a black man.
So you would be cool with Robin, Dick Grayson being a black kid? Is what you're saying?
Dick Grayson, yes. Because there are black acrobats who died.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. Why couldn't he be?
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, like for instance, because we have here's the thing, like we have a black Batman. There's a comic book where Bruce Wayne is black. There's also another comic book I think is like Earth 600.
Pretty sure we have a black Superman too.
We have a black Superman.
A couple of those,
Batman Beyond originally Terry McGinnis was supposed to be black.
Really?
But
I didn't know that one.
He was originally supposed to be black. And so
I know that.
But so what they did was, since they made Batman Beyond, they then made they wanted to incorporate a black person in the Batman universe. So that's where we got Batwing. So, because you look at
Yeah.
Batwing and Batman Beyond, they're the same character.
And Max,
Yeah.
what's her name? Gibson, Max Gibson, the girl that was his friend.
Oh yeah. The girl that helped tell him, like, she was basically an oracle.
Yeah.
But a black version, but she was really dope. She was really dope in that show. A shout out to Cree Summers, by the way. She voiced that role.
Cree Summers did like the voice of all of our greats in our childhood, man. Shout out to that lady for sure.
What queen?
She was number 5. That's my
number
favorite
5.
One. Number 5 from Kids Next Door.
Kids Next Door, yeah. And
she
the
was
sister.
Susie Carmichael too, and Rugrats.
And her older sister.
Rugrats.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rugrats,
oh yeah, and her older sister. Damn.
Yeah, pretty much like almost every cartoon female of color.
She was She-Hulk.
Summers had a voice for that. Yeah.
Yep.
I remember when she did She-Hulk.
She was a character in Danny Phantom. I can't remember which one.
No. Was she the black girl that went to the school with him? I think she was.
Yeah. She was the black girl.
She was, yeah.
The snooty girl. Yeah.
That was like a ghost hunter or some shit.
Yeah.
If they ever did an adult live action version of Kids Next Door, if I don't see Cree Summers playing number 5, I'm going to be very upset.
That's not
gonna happen. That ain't happening.
I mean, it's never going to happen, unfortunately.
We'll get
if you want fresh ideas, Disney, maybe do something like that.
That's Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know if I trust Warner Brothers with my
exactly. That's exactly.
These are the same people who are about to make a fucking Wonder Twins movie. So I was like,
no, that's done. Zaslav said, no, we ain't doing that.
Did they slash that? Okay, that's one of the things I'm glad he cut.
I know this has nothing to do. I know this has nothing to do with D23, but I did want to ask y'all while they're online. How do y'all feel about them cutting Batgirl?
It sucks.
I'm not happy.
It sucks.
Really? Y'all really feel that way? Wow.
Yeah. Because I think of all the other bullshit they have released, but Batgirl was when they cut the line. Come on now.
They're still considering releasing Flash, y'all.
Exactly.
Flash. With Ezra's dumbass running around out here doing all the fuck shit.
Right, I agree. They shouldn't. You
shouldn't reward behavior like that.
You shouldn't reward behavior like that. But I also feel like Andy Muschietti. I feel like we shouldn't like hurt his chances either. Yeah. Like it's like, for instance, from all accounts, from what I hear, The Flash is actually a good movie.
That's what they said. They said BVS was a good movie, didn't
right? It's just the actor that's being an asshole, which I hate the fact that that's going on.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people now losing money on that movie, money and time.
Right. Yeah. And with Batgirl, I mean, I never wanted a Batgirl movie to begin with, but at the same time, like, I didn't want to see it. But from what I hear, not from what I read, but from people who actually saw parts of the movie, it's not good. Like. That's what they claim. They can't understand why Michael Keaton is there. I'm like, now if you can't understand why Michael Keaton is there,
why can't you understand why Michael Keaton is in a movie with a bat person?
Because they're saying that Michael Keaton
they're come out after the Flash though.
They're saying that Michael Keaton's Batman is a older Bruce Wayne. This Batgirl is coming in later on to the fact, right? They're saying that Michael Keaton doesn't know how to handle another woman taking on the same mantle as him without him guiding her. He's basically just saying, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm like, and again, I have not seen this shit, but this is what I'm hearing. So I'm like,
that was kind of how it was handled.
If Michael Keaton's questioning while somebody's taking on essentially his mantle, but a female, this makes me wonder what was the script.
Yeah, what's the
that's what I'm saying. Is it Michael Keaton that had the issue, or did they write the character to have the issue?
No. In either case, that's how they wrote the character. No, not when I say Michael, I'm talking about
Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne. Yeah.
Who the hell did they have writing it then? Because the whole Bat family had quite a few ladies in the mix. Mm-hmm. Like it's a thing. It's been a thing for many decades now.
Yep.
Who the hell was doing that writing?
Yeah, that's weird if that's the case. Yeah,
that's really weird if that's what they were doing with his character, because that's not what Bruce Wayne would think at all. He's actually quite liberal in that stance.
Yep.
Huh.
And then they said, so one of my homies told me, he said the way they introduced Robin is probably the worst way they introduced Robin in this movie.
He's in it? Oh, I didn't know he was in it.
No, well, the character. So you don't see Robin. You don't see Robin fight, or you don't see him appear on screen, but you see murals of Robin in Bruce Wayne's house. So there's a Robin there, and it's not. And my friend immediately told me it's not the Titans Robin. I believe it's Damian Wayne Robin.
Okay.
I think that's but my thing is that we have not seen a movie Robin, and you're gonna give us one of the wackest ones. You're not gonna give us at least
Damian was on some other shit.
You're gonna give us Damian the crybaby, really?
Damian was a piece of shit sometimes.
He was.
Little cocky ass.
Yeah, fuck him. Like I really want to see a Tim Drake Robin on screen, or Jason Todd, an actual Jason Todd, not the Titans. Now that Titan shit, an actual Jason Todd.
I was about to say, yeah. Let's not do the almost Joker Jason Todd, please.
Yes,
because that's kind of what they build that as, and I didn't like that.
Yes.
All right. Well, it's been great having you here, Alex.
All right.
I'm glad you can make it.
So that's the rehash. Thanks for showing up, Alex.
Thanks for showing up, Alex. Thanks for showing up, AK.
This was fun. You know I got you, brother.
This was fun.
I'll definitely be on time the next time we do this again.
Yeah. Probably gonna be She-Hulk. I don't know. I think She-Hulk.
Oh yeah.
How are y'all liking She-Hulk so
far?
Look,
I'm trying to wrap this up. I'm not getting into it right now, but it's hit or miss so far. I'll be honest.
I love all the episodes, to be honest. I love the show, and next week I'm calling it right now. We're gonna see Daredevil.
I think that's the I
think it's going
because they dropped those trailers.
Either
I didn't watch
one
them,
or the episode after.
Right. It's either Daredevil or Matt Murdock, like one of the two. I just we gonna see him.
Now, well, we've seen him on that. We've seen that rooftop clip that they've been showing all season. So
it was a rooftop clip and them in a bar. He was Matt and she was Jennifer. So hopefully that'll be good. But yeah.
Bring back Foggy.
All right.
Yeah, I fuck with Foggy.
Yes.
I like Foggy. Karen was the one I didn't like. I didn't like Karen.
Reed. Yeah, y'all remember when he was was it Reed? I don't remember if Reed was his last name, but he was Fuller on the Mighty Ducks.
Yes.
Was that who that was? Oh,
that was him. Yeah, the enforcer. Yep.
Wow.
That was him.
Damn.
I think he actually came back for the reboot for the
Disney Plus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a reboot of the Mighty Ducks?
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus.
It's a show.
Wow. It's a show. Oh shit! Okay, I missed that one. I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah, I think there's I think season 2's. Yeah, I think season 2 is supposed to be coming out soon or something. So
apparently, this is Disney's response to Cobra Kai. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Okay. That makes sense now. Disney petty like that.
That's Cobra Kai is amazing. This shit, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, Cobra Kai is lit. I was watching that last night. But anyway, all right. So, Alex, let the people know where they can find you, bro.
You guys can find me here at Momentum Media. Just type in Momentum Media on YouTube. I'm the first thing that pops up. I've been kind of lackluster in content for the last couple of weeks because just rebuilding, but my schedule has completely opened up in a way where I can now make content in the way I want. So stay tuned for more stuff. I'm going to be releasing the last part of Real Debate Season 3, so you can finish Season 3. We're actually getting into production for Season 4. And then I got a couple more interviews lined up. And if you guys are watching, if you guys are any of my fans or whatever, support Brogi, support AK, because they do a lot of great things on their channels too. I'm also going to be doing interviews. I want to announce this real quick, though. Sorry, I'm trying to stop myself from yawning. I'm going to be interviewing a lot of content creators and movie and actors and stuff. So I'm trying to get a list of people who I can come on the show, because I noticed that, I've done celebrities, but I actually want to interview people who I actually create content with, and also who also create content, whether I create with them or not. So that's going to be coming out probably by the end of this year. So I want you guys to stay tuned for that because I'm gonna have a lot of smaller and even somewhat bigger content creators on that series of interviews that I'll be doing. So definitely want to check that out.
Okay. All right. Sounds dope.
Absolutely.
AK, you want to run it back again? or what?
Yes. Since Alice came in and interrupted the first time. No, yeah, y'all can find me on AK Watch. Normally on Sundays I do a watch along with House of the Dragon. I am not doing that this Sunday though. Probably just gonna go to bed when we get off of here. Got work in the AM, unfortunately. Just because you're sick doesn't mean you can always stay home from work.
All right.
Tomorrow though, I will be doing a discussion on episode 4 of House of the Dragon around like 9:15 or so. So if you want to come back, it'll be me, Lady Diligence, Manic Meeks, and a special guest. If you want to know who that guest is, you're gonna just have to pop up and see. And let's see, Tuesday, I do believe I'll be on DJ11's channel. I don't remember what we're covering on Tuesday. I have to send a message to find out about that, so I'm ready. Wednesday, though, we'll be covering, I think, the last 2 episodes of Westworld for the season 4, and then we'll find something else to watch after that. Thursday is She-Hulk Thursday, so we'll be going through the new episodes of that. So come by DJ11's channel and hang out with us for the lulls, because we get silly when we talk about these shows, and it's always a good time.
All right. That's fun.
Will She-Hulk be busting it open? We'll see.
I hope so.
I mean, look, who doesn't want her to? Have you seen that ass?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm like, yo, She-Hulk can get it. Like, yo.
Any damn day she wants it, please.
Get it.
I will say
I might be a little bit intimidated, but damn it, I'm ready.
That dude,
I'll be just like that dude. You could pick me up and carry me to
bed. He definitely fumbled the bag. That made no sense at that last. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? You know she transforms. Like, what the? That was stupid. But anyway.
Yeah, that was some bullshit. You're right, but people be shallow. He wanted the fantasy.
But the whole thing that kept playing in my head was like,
bro, you knew that.
She-Hulk is like super huge. Like, even if you were like a really big dude, like. I don't see that sex going well. Like,
why not?
He's getting hurt.
Yeah,
he should have been bruised. He should have had like a couple of bruises on him.
Probably funny. Like, even if you had like a 20-inch dick, I don't see it. I don't really see it happening.
I mean, you know what? No, that does fit. See, the comics did that right. You can line that up with Gamora and Tony Stark hooking up. Yeah, Tony was feeling that shit the next morning. You would think dude would have at least had a little limp.
He should have been.
His hip joint would have been out of place for a little bit, but
a little limp or something. Yeah,
maybe she was gentle with him. I don't know.
He should have asked for ice pack before he left.
Because you're not fucking this girl if you like below a certain size. Like, you just not like. Nah, She-Hulk. Like, come on, bro. But yeah.
Yeah, I might have to bring you back for that one.
I love our conversations.
Yeah, I might have to bring you back for that one. The season's so damn long, so I gotta wait.
Yeah, whenever you want to do the She-Hulk stuff, I am in.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right, and I'm Brogi Naric. You can find me on this YouTube channel, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. It's all in the ticker there if you look through it. And thanks to you guys for coming through. This is great. And we'll definitely do this again. And thanks for watching, everybody. And stay tuned for more videos. Peace.
Peace out.
Bye-bye. And hit the end broadcast.